Good day, good morning, Kasasapi. Good day, good morning.
Fanatics. Hey there. Hey there. Hey there.
Hello, hello.
Check.
Test.
One,
Mic
two.
test, mic test. I can hear myself, I can hear Howard.
Yep. Good, good.
You keep on running around with other women in town. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I keep on telling you when you don't come home from that town. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I've had keep on running around with other women in town. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I keep on telling you when you don't come home from nights out. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I've had
The logo features the number 25 to mark Sasafi's 25th anniversary, celebrating its legacy of excellence. A person holding a torch, inspired by the original Sasafi logo, represents the passing of knowledge and passion from past to present, honoring those who paved the way while inspiring the next generation. The rising stars symbolize young talents who are guided by the achievements of Sasafi Hall of Famers, echoing the slogan, "A legacy built, a future inspired." Laurel leaves reflect victory and recognition, highlighting the accomplishments of athletes, coaches, and leaders over the years. Lastly, the eagle head represents strength, vision, and forward movement, capturing Sasafi's commitment to growth and excellence for future generations.
The stage is set and the teams are ready,
The aim is sharp and the hand is steady.
forging a new path to legacy.
Good day, good morning, Kasasafi.
You are tuning in to the den of the greatest esports student athletes in Cebu. This is your Hype on the Mic host, Jane.
And this is your loud and proud host, Astera, and welcome back to
Sasafi Esports League Season 4.
It is currently week 5, day 10 here at the SHS Library here at CIT-U. And I gotta say, 4 weeks in, and we are almost done with our group stage. Now, Chain, I gotta say, this day is all about making statements because our current lineup is a literal powerhouse.
That is right, as Sarah. And now let's take a look at our matches for today. For our first match, it is a battle between the CIT-U Wildcats and the BC Cheetahs.
And of course, for match 2 later on, we're going to be having the USJ-R Jaguars going against the CEC Blue Dragons.
For our match 3, it is a battle between the UPC Fighting Maroons and, of course, the USC Warriors.
And of course, later on for match 4 is going to be the USPF Panthers going against the UCMN Webmasters.
And for our last match for today, they will have their second match for today. The CIT-U Wildcats will go against the UCLM Webmasters.
Exactly. Now for match 1, Safi, who do you think is going to win? Is it going to be the Wildcats or is it going to be the Cheetahs? Make sure to put in your comments and your bets in the comment section below as we go about with our matches today.
But of course, Esther, let us not forget to thank our sponsors who made all of this possible. Thank you so much to Virginia Food Incorporated, Pasta Hot Dog, Virginia.
We have Smart Communications Incorporated. Live more today with Smart.
Thank you also to PLDT Home, leading and inspiring Filipinos to create a better tomorrow with PLDT.
We have PC Express. Choose PC Express for all of your digital needs.
We would also like to thank Crayon Lab Custom Apparel and Digital Prints, your one-stop shop for your premium prints and custom designs.
Safi Sports League would also like to thank Puso Pilipinas and Smart Sports for their continued support and coverage.
And last but not the least, we would like to thank our venue partner. Thank you so much to CIT-U. We are currently live here at their senior high school library. Thank you so much to all our sponsors for your unwavering support to Safi Esports League.
Now, ladies and gents, it is finally time we begin with our first match of the day. On the mic of the cam, of course, with the game is going to be our two amazing casters, Mr. Fantastical and Radical. And with him is our amazing Iron player, Radiant Caster Forward. Casters, take it away.
What you mean, Iron? What you mean, Iron? What's good, CL fans? Welcome back once again to another Sunday filled with some amazing Valorant action. And yes, you heard that right. There are 5 games in store for you today, so sit back, relax, and enjoy some amazing Valorant. And to voice the first matchup, it will be me, your bronze player, Radiant Caster Forward, with Mr. Fantastical himself and Radical as the voices of the battlefield. So, and Radical, a big matchup to begin with here today. We have CIT-U versus the Benedicto College Cheetahs.
I'm sensing as the game headline presents itself, this is definitely the battle of opposites.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very tall summit for the Cheetahs, but let's not count them out now.
Yeah,
They're up
exactly.
against the Wildcats, are very, very masterful players of the game. But, you know, same fangs, same claws,
Yeah.
different breed. That's something.
That's definitely a different breed here in Radical, because if you look at our standings, actually, they stand on the opposite ends on their bracket. So as we look at bracket for Group A, CIT is there. It's number 2, right, just right below UCLM, who
Yup.
secured their spot at the playoffs. But BC, all the way at the bottom.
Well, as I've said, it is going to be a steep ask, but it's not an impossible one.
Oh yeah,
The
for sure.
Cheetahs do still have what it takes to be able to claim some acclaim for themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Mathematically speaking, they are still in contention for the playoffs here. They can still fight for it. But again, it's going to be a very, very tall task because it's up against CIT-U, who has not dropped
very
a single
dominant
map.
team as well. But I guess it just has to. It goes to show that BC just needs to be a little bit more disruptive with how they play. Not technically chaotic, but just in a way that they're able to control themselves in ways that they're not expected by CIT-U.
But that's the bracket for Group A. Let's take a peek at the Group B brackets also here. USPF already up there on towards the playoff as they secure their spot. UCMN, CIT-U, USJ-R, and CEC, of course, still in contention, but we're going to find out about that. Because today, it's all about the battle in Group A in this top versus bottom mountain fight that we have here. This is the battle of the opposites after all.
One team securing their way to victory and glory, while the other one is desperate to prove themselves. They're clawing and inching their way to the top, and it's definitely going to be a match you want to see.
Yeah,
for
but
today.
that's the thing here in Radical. Desperation is a dangerous feeling. It is a double-edged sword, of course.
Exactly.
But to those on the receiving end, you have to be very careful because you just don't know what a desperate cheetah is capable of.
The spike in adrenaline, especially with the need to really perform, just gives you that all-out edge over the people who might feel a little bit safer on the
Yeah,
on their side.
it's a battle between laxed versus tense,
Locked
right?
in.
Yeah, exactly. You
You
know,
outmug everyone.
yeah, exactly. We have the CIT-U squad here who has basically just went through their entire bracket, and BC who has struggled from day one. And this is BC's time to prove themselves. This is BC's time to basically fight their way in to the playoffs.
And something we have to take note, however, as well, is with the new patches coming in, how will the team dynamics between the players, how they play,
Adaptability as well.
and the maps as well.
Yeah, that is exactly true. We have different map pool now here.
Yeah.
So Fracture is in, I believe,
Yeah,
along
and
with
Lotus.
So that's Abyss gone, one of the stronger maps for CIT-U.
Yep.
So
And it's going to give them a little bit of trouble, but it's not something very unmanageable for them.
yeah, exactly. But as we proceed now on towards the first matchup, let's get to know the players who are gonna be fighting it out in this battle for the side of CIT-U. We have, of course, Nico Baby, Mordred, Kinkas, Almera, and Micro in the building.
Oh, I see that they have Nico Baby already in a very, very capable flex player, and as well as Almera. If I remember correctly, he's also a one-trick Yoru, but
we'll see. We'll see.
Man. Let's see. I'll bring Yoru up any game, man. Any game I cast.
Up against them, of course, we also have the Benedicto College Cheetahs vying for their spot here. We have Steve 1, Floppy, Z, Pinsu, Johnny, and Ankao. Again, hungry Cheetahs, desperate for their first win.
Desperate indeed is the word, but with that desperation comes the hero plays, which the Cheetahs badly need. They need someone to step up, and I believe they have what it takes. They just have to show it.
Yeah.
Right here, right now, prove themselves that they are capable players, that they are they deserve the glory to be here in
I
society.
mean, we've seen glimpses, we've seen glimmers of it. Will they be able to show up today when it matters the most? But those plays, those matchups, they take place in a place we called a map. And of course, to play the map, we have to pick the map. And so
Exactly.
with the new pool now online, we'll see what maps they chose, what maps they banned, and we can give you a little bit of a moment to shine as well, provide our audience, our viewers, some analysis, some insights on why these maps are applicable, why they might want to avoid this. But for now, we're gonna be looking at it just in a bit.
Well,
Here we go.
upcoming. Oh, I see.
So first of all, the first ban will be Breeze.
Oh.
CIT will be dodging that. BC will be banning Split. Fracture will not be played just
Yeah,
yet.
Fracture
It
will
is in
not
the
be
ban.
played.
Bind, who we've seen played so many times in CL actually, is out as well. Pearl gone. So BC picks Haven, and CIT picks Lotus. So what do you think of that here in Radical?
I'm sensing a lot of ways that the players can use, especially especially holding flanks and defenders as well, could definitely slice up the map if they
Mhm.
want to segment the areas that they have to be wary of. And seeing as they're going for Haven and Lotus, I'm sensing, the very tactical, the classic,
Yeah.
the Omen and the Viper.
And I had to
combo.
cut you off on this one, but that's actually, I just realized this. 2 3-sided maps played here today. So what strategical differences will we see seeing 2 back-to-back
Well,
3-sided
there's
maps?
definitely going to be a lot of, not fake out as in Yoru,
Mm.
as in a Yoru
Come on,
clone,
man.
but a lot of fake out in which site they
Mhm.
would hit. And it's definitely going to come in crucial, but there is a vast difference though in that in Lotus, you can tell when somebody is going
Yeah,
to
the
pivot to
doors.
another side. The doors are quite noisy, but at the same time, you could use the noise to your advantage.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
one of the key to victory that they
Yeah,
have.
yeah,
But
definitely
speaking of
throw
keys to
them off.
victory, we do have a lot more in store for both of these guys. What they have to do, what they need to do
Yup,
to
keys
secure
to
the victory. So for the side of CIT, we have dictate the pace, own the map. Obviously,
Yep.
very, very important map control, and these guys are capable of doing so. But they shouldn't let the cheetahs disrupt
Yeah,
that
yeah,
map
yeah.
control that they have.
And this especially with the dictate the pace of the match. Once they sunk their teeth into it,
Mhm.
they want to keep the momentum on their side, especially as they convert the picks. They want to still be in the lead, especially with the man count and as well. But for the cheetahs, you can definitely say that as long as they're able to change the tempo of how they play, disrupt the default, basically just become unexpected but controlled at the same time, they will be able to make those hero plays which would lead
Exactly.
to the victories
I mean,
on their side.
that's what we talked about earlier, right? Desperation is a difficult
the
thing to
adrenaline
have.
rush.
Yeah, and so this desperation can actually work on the side of the cheetahs by not playing by the books, by not giving what CIT expects
Yeah.
them to give, and disrupting the default play could very well lead them to the victory here. And of course, very, very difficult to say, but a must-do for BC, clutch or collapse. They have to clutch rounds up. They
do.
have to finish rounds up, because if they don't, well, it's going to be really detrimental for their squad.
They have to push themselves so that they could go for the long game. Not the long game like the 13, but in the long game like they last longer in the rounds, throughout the rounds. And it's basically a battle of attrition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that
See
is
who
true.
can last longer in the field.
Yeah, last longer in the field. Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, they definitely need to do that. Not only because of points sake.
Yep.
By doing that, BC actually disrupts the standings as well,
Yeah.
because CIT does need a big gap in terms of round wins, because that does factor in as well. So they need to secure it basically with a big gap, and if BC reduces that gap little by little every round, that does disrupt the standings as well, and that does accomplish them a little bit. But as we head on towards the map number 1, Haven, now we're gonna see the agents that they're gonna be playing. So no Yoru here in Radical.
It hurts my heart.
It's okay,
It
man.
hurts my
It's
heart,
okay,
man.
man. According to the Sisafi Esports League website, actually Yoru was actually one of the top agents picked in the past few weeks. But now with the nerfs, understandably so, we're not gonna be seeing a Yoru.
We're not going to be seeing a Yoru. He's definitely going to undergo some change. Players, due to the limitations his utility has, players will definitely have to adjust with how they synchronize their utility executions.
Yeah.
But something peculiar here is that there's no Viper on the map of Haven. Nobody's wanting to slice up the map. They want all the smoke.
I
they want
mean-
all the smoke concentrated into one area.
Yeah,
they want to
exactly.
see the enemies directly.
Yeah, but that actually does do the double duelist composition favor, because without much to delay the push, we have an ISO and a Neon
yeah,
on
fast
the
lane
CIT-U
and
side.
contingency
Yeah,
would definitely
exactly.
come in,
And
especially
then-
if they want the fast plan.
Yeah, exactly. And then on towards the BC side as well, they have a Phoenix, which is good.
Yeah, going in for
Paired with the
corners
Sky as well. That's 4 flashes in.
As well as a Clove, that means they're going for more aggressive plays. Yeah, and especially despite having one player off, despite especially if Pinsu were ever to fall, they would still have the smokes over to their side.
Yeah, but that's the thing as well with this patch though. The smokes
Oh, yeah.
of Clove after being eliminated is reduced to, I believe, around the same duration as the Jet Smoke now.
Yeah.
So it's not the best, but still, it's there, it's viable, and we'll see how that plays out in this first map of today, Haven BC versus CIT-U. We'll see what they have in a few seconds.
And they're starting off to just go 5-man on Seaside. Well, it's looking a little bit like they
Oh
really
my
want
God.
to take the aggressive plays exactly as predicted.
CIT actually had a really good read on that, had a utilities ready to try and stop that 5-man push from BC. One player down for each squad, as Nico Baby will find Pinsu as well. They do drop the spike. BC needs to make a move here. A rotation should be the best play.
Without their smokes now, it's going to be a little bit difficult to, especially with the nerfs on Clove, it's going to be a little bit difficult for them if ever they do. And now that they're pivoting, they're leaving the area which Clove can cover.
Yeah, they won't have that cover anymore, but at the same time, man, they really just got piled on by CIT on towards the seaside. A really good read from them.
I mean, that's also the thing with Haven, is that there are areas which can easily be choked off.
Yeah.
And that's why execution is very crucial in this map. They want to take the area exactly perfectly aligned with each other's utilities, but because of that choke, it prohibited them, and now they're returning all the way back to C.
Yep, a rotation, a pivot back towards the C site now. As the flashes come through, Mordred actually left alone on the site. BC will take control of it. The plant will go down for them here. As it does, clock ticks towards their favor. CIT now playing for that retake. Mordred spotted here by Floppies. No elimination just yet, but information is gained. Swing shots!
Ooh.
Johnny finds one, but Mordred with a quick trade. BC now left with one man. Johnny all alone will find Micro. That's a 3K secured. Nico Baby in a 1v1 situation with the clock ticking. Swing! It's Johnny who secures the 4K. Securing BC's first round up against CIT-U.
And that's beautiful right there because it displays how they were able to adapt. They were able to disrupt the default. CIT-U was anticipating a rotation, but they returned all the way back to C, and that execution together just dismantled the defense one by one, isolating those fights, and it secured them the win for the pistol round.
Yeah, that was indeed good for the side of BC there. You're right, they did manage to disrupt the default, fake out on towards that CIT squad, leaving Mordred alone. It was really tough for them. Oh my god, chip damage onto Steve 1. Down to 69 HP already. As the push comes through once more. They will be utilizing the fast lane here along with the rest of the Neon utilities to easily get in towards the site, get that plant down. This time an opposite of their take on towards that first round. A little bit faster for BC. But CIT is here. They're ready. The retake comes through once again. Steve 1 will fall to Jester with a quick slide and pop. Johnny will get rid of him though with a quick trade. But it's Nico Baby who finishes that out and will get the defuse for their squad.
Unfortunately, they were not able to profit with that anti-eco. The cheetahs were not able to hold on to their guns, and especially with the utilities they've invested, it's now going to be in favor for CIT-U.
Yep. And with that round secured by the CIT-U squad, that does allow them to kind of equalize on towards the economy.
Well, something about that is, with their pick, they've definitely gone with the plays that we've expected them to do. They've gone quite aggressive. The Cheetahs have definitely been more aggressive, and they've gotten success getting into site. The problem now is how they're able to hold it. They need to reserve some more of their utilities and invest it post-plant of the spike. And now that they've planted, they could position themselves in a way that they really wouldn't be caught off guard
Yeah.
by the Wildcats. And
Yep.
I think that's something the Cheetahs have to work on.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, with how fast they took the site, the Wildcats already had the information that they need. They played for the retake on purpose on that one. So
Yeah.
once the plant was down, they were just basically there for the retake, and the BC just didn't have any positioning to do.
Yeah, and despite the gun disadvantage, they were still able to make it. And that's something about the Wildcats. They're very resourceful players. They're able to make do with what you give them, and that's a survivalist mentality that you really just approve of them.
I mean, have you seen that slide from
Yeah.
Jester? The slide and pop
The slide and the Bucky.
with the Bucky. My Bucky
Yeah.
don't do that.
My Bucky don't
Bucky
do that
don't do
either.
that,
I do
no.
the right click with the Bucky.
No,
do,
my-
do you still do the Bucky right click thing?
No, my Bucky does
Oh.
not. My Bucky shoots feathers and radical, but not for Jester's case. That was a clean slide and
Bucky
pop
right there.
earlier. But as we see now, CIT up on the rifles, except for Nico Baby here. BC forced to be on the econ.
Yeah, they're going to have to save for this one if they want to go for a smoother take on the oncoming rounds. But now they're quite spread out. They're trying to trying to gain a little bit more information before they do some execution. But with the agents they have, they really want to be as aggressive as they can. Take the sites, especially with the fast lane and the curveball. That's going to be in their advantage, but they're now playing a little bit around each side.
A little bit of mind games all the way at C as well. Johnny with a spam on towards the orb, trying to bait a peek. No one just yet. But yeah, I just realized this also, and Radical. They have 2 walls on their squad with the Neon and the Phoenix wall available. So Viper really doesn't need to be played in this composition between these two teams.
Well, yeah. That's exactly. But you know, toxic screens just provides more longevity with the walls.
Yeah, you
the
can
fast
fully
lane,
back up.
the fast lane, and the screens coming in from Phoenix don't
Ooh.
really hold as well as the toxic screens.
The turret here, I believe, should gain information anytime soon. But PC just taking their time, looking for the right moment to press the trigger as the smoke pops, flash in, dashes in towards the side. Steve 1 will take chip damage a little bit from the turret. Fast lane popped. Anka will use his wall as well to try and prevent the retake from going in. BC will get the plant down. Heals coming through as well. And the rest of the Benedicto squad will secure positions. CIT now with a retake, flooding back in. Jester, Keen Gas, 1 each. A second one is there for Jester. Moves. Classic shot. That's 3 for him. And it's Mordred who secures the round. The defuse comes through. What a retake from CIT. Blink and a miss moment from them.
And very, very commendable from coming in for the Wildcats. Despite giving up map control, giving them the site, they had the execution timing crucial. The paranoia coming in, especially when Jester going in for the Neon, was a very
Look at
beautiful
this,
display.
man.
Yeah, and you see the contingency right there just to disrupt their momentum a little.
Look at this man. He does not
my
care about that
goodness.
molly at all. Pulls out the classic. What a
And
play.
that's very characteristic of them, and it really shows their prowess as one of the dominating teams in this scene.
Yeah, and it does showcase a lot about what Jester can do as well. I mean, we've had eyes on this man since the
Yeah.
opening. He's been able to get those eliminations, get those moments for his squad. But right now, actually, Benedicto still has a lot to fight, especially with an equal weaponry now.
And despite that, as what I've mentioned, despite giving off map control, they are able to work on their executions better, which leads to more success in the side of the Wildcats.
Yeah.
What the Cheetahs need to do now is that they've figured out the pattern of the retakes. They want to pick off somebody first, disrupt, remove a piece from the Jenga, make the tower topple over before before they actually take those side executions. They need to
Yeah.
work on that together if they want to have the man advantage to give themselves to level the to give them the upper hand during
Yeah,
the retakes.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because right now what it seems like is that CIT
It's just
is
backing off.
Yeah, they're just giving the site for free. All right, go ahead, plant. We're
Yeah.
coming in,
Yeah.
getting that.
We're
defuse.
knocking. We're
Yeah,
knocking
yeah.
this time.
But the thing is about that is that CIT will also get economic boost from it because they do get to defuse the spike.
They get to defuse the spike. At the same time, their composition allows them for a safer entry with,
Yeah.
especially as I've mentioned, as I've always highlighted, is the fast lane and the contingency. And together with the paranoia, it just becomes much safer.
Yeah.
As long as they're able to communicate and execute it in a synchronous manner.
I mean, communication and synchronization.
Yeah.
Synchronization has never been a problem with this CITU
Yeah.
squad. They've always
Yeah.
shown that since the beginning, and right now they are showing it as well. And BC really needs to counter that if they want to win this map. And as they do that right now, another push, another round, but this time BC looking towards the B site, testing the waters a little bit.
And by giving off the map control, Pinsu taking
Oh
off
my
micro.
days, the timing on that one. Nico Baby shooting an outline a little bit there, but he does secure the kill on Steve 1. Makes it a 4v4, a 1-for-1 trade for each team. Nico Baby
Ooh.
swinging out on Johnny with the shields on. King Gas will find floppies as well.
Beautiful.
And suddenly BC is falling one by one. Ultimate now by Nico Baby. 1v1. He secures the kill and the round for his squad.
A very quick series of events happening over there, but as I've mentioned, with how CITU is just giving up the map control, they're able to conserve more of their utilities to a concentrated portion of each round, and at the same time they've already snuffed out how the cheetahs are going to play, so they countered with an off-timed aggression which played into their favor, and that just was a beautiful execution right there. The kill contract, securing the round.
It does kind of work for them as well because once they give away the site and then once they go for the retake, they have all of the utilities that they need. What a shock dart right there. Dealing significant damage. The heal is here though. The side of BC. Steve
Ooh,
one.
but Jester.
A little too excited on that one. The flash on towards Jester. Blinded, still alive. Pops the ultimate. Will try to find one here. He does get rid of Floppy. And Cow's location is revealed as well. King Kaz will find one of his own. And that's a 3 for King Kaz actually.
Beautiful. A beautiful maneuver right there coming in from Wildcats. It seems that they've discovered the pattern and they're now working to be aggressive against it. They were simply just reading them earlier in the rounds, giving them the side, trying to get a whiff of what the cheetahs are brewing. And now that they have taken it in, they have absorbed it and are now using it against the cheetahs.
Yeah, they're slowly snowballing away here too.
Yeah. And that just makes it a little bit more difficult for the cheetahs. They have to step it up and not congest themselves, especially with areas on the map of Haven that are just too congested.
Look at Jester here. A little bit of an aggression from this man.
Ooh.
We'll find one. The second read be there.
Jester.
Not quite yet. The flash comes through.
Oh.
Jester still blinded. Down to 19 HP. Floppies will get that trade. 4v3 scenario. BC still lacking in manpower. Once again, a shock dart. Dealing damage to Johnny here. The rest of the BC squad does have the spike still, but they have to find a way to take control of site. I think they're a little bit of aware of the dangers that are waiting for them here. So the alarm bot is triggered by Micro. Forced to fall back. BC taking their time once more. Nico Baby will get rid of the turret. And right now, I believe CIT will be waiting as the Seekers are popped. Ultimate's used as well. Here comes the lockdown. Johnny getting rid of Mortar on that one. 3v3. Kinkas finds Floppies. Another one is there for him. Spike is down for the side of BC. Baits the ultimate. TP's away. Falls back in. Johnny has the read. Kinkas will fall. Retrieves the spike. Will go for the plant, but he's not looking. He don't know. From the back. Nico Baby is heard. Shots fired. And it's Johnny with another clutch. A 3K for him on that one. Securing another round for the Cheetahs.
That was indeed unexpected. The audio cue just from the double tap just made it a little bit more difficult for them. But seeing as how they play right here, no, you can definitely tell that they've invested a lot more of their prowess in that round right there.
Yeah, that read on towards the ultimate
Yeah,
as well.
from the shadows, the cancel right there. I mean that I do that too sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
No, I am
Nah.
too much of a noob for that. I am bronze. Oh my god! Steve 1 falls to Jester early on. A quick peek and a tap. And he falls down. BC now will lose that entry prowess, the fast lane that you keep on mentioning.
Yeah, but at the same time, something I've noticed with the cheetahs is that they allow so much of the utilities coming in from the Wildcats to just chafe them a little, and that despite them having the heals, having the utilities that would heal them, it still costs them their shields. It still costs them those safety net, and you want to reduce the instances in which you have to fall back into those utilities if you want to survive longer throughout the rounds for your team.
Kinkas now holding very, very deeply in towards B. BC does have the opportunity to push in here as they pop the flash, they gain the information. Alarm bot is detected, but Pinsu will fall. Pops the ultimate. Kinkas finds the second one. Anka will get the trade. 4v3. CIT will have the advantage in terms of manpower here. Flash micro falls to 4 back. Jester will find one of his own, and now it's all up to Anka in a 1v3. Mordred gets the headshot in, and CIT scores another point on the board.
Unfortunately, the angle, they were just not able to be sure where the Omen was. And it definitely gave the Wildcats the upper hand right there. The man advantage as well as the information of the take, which made it easier for them to pinch through all the way on B.
Yeah, and again, that round quite unfortunate. They did have the utilities, they did have the combos in for it.
Yeah.
It's just CIT, man. They stand their ground. You don't expect them to be there, especially right after the flash. And you just get shot. Check your corners.
And they're definitely performing with the right map control.
Yeah.
Despite they're not giving the sight anymore. They've somehow conditioned the cheetahs to think that way, and it's
Yep.
now causing the cheetahs a lot to be quite complacent with those takes.
Nico Baby now battling for his life all the way towards mid. He does find one. Second one not there yet. Forced to fall back is BC. Again, this aggression from CIT. Oh my days! Another one is found by Nico Baby. Playing aim labs over here. Kill and a tap. Spike is down. Oh, he did miss that one as soon as I called it out. But it's all up to Steve 1, the only one remaining for the side of BC. Steve 1 and only. Sheriff in a dream. He does have that ultimate online, but I believe it's not the smartest to use it just yet. No spike on hand. I believe all he can do on this one is to just deal some sort of damage towards the economy. As he attempts to do that, it's Nico Baby actually who gets to secure the 4K and yet another round for his squad.
And as we've established early on through casting, the cheetahs really need to disrupt their momentum now. They have to adapt. Wildcats have discovered how they're going to play this game, or maybe somewhat they have conditioned the cheetahs to be more aggressive, and it's costing them. They're not peeking the angles right. They're letting their guard down, but they have to break that chain.
Yeah. They need to be able to play their pace, play their game.
The train of thought that they could enter site almost immediately with no cost is the thing that's costing them.
Yeah, that is very detrimental to them because once the retake comes through, they're just not ready. They're not prepared at all.
It's like they were exactly as like they were conditioned to just be aggressive, not really slice the map.
Oh my god. Jester finds one. Hunter's Fury is used. Mordred will get rid of Steve 1 on that one. I believe off the information of Jester. Hello! This guy is just tapping heads left and right, sliding in. Floppies will do the punishment. But Micro will secure his first elimination in this matchup to secure a round for his squad.
Especially dodging that flash, right? Like the curveball from the Phoenix.
Look at this, man.
Just
Seeing those movements from the mouse of Jester.
Yeah. Like Jester is such a catalyst for pressure onto the side of cheetahs. He's definitely going to be a thorn on their side, and if they don't eliminate him early on, that's going to be trouble for them.
Yeah, but how do you eliminate the Jester, bro? This guy is just tapping.
Too quick with it. Yeah.
He's locking into people's head. He doesn't even care.
I think I definitely know that they shouldn't be taking him on alone. They need to have somebody who can assist them. Just
Yo,
spray
4
him
flashes,
down.
man.
Yeah.
Use it on Jester. All 4 on Jester.
Oh, oh!
A team
Stop.
paranoia there, I believe. Steve one getting caught on towards that Molly as well. So now what they want here.
Oh, kill contract.
Kill contract is used. There we go.
Yep.
Steve one is gone.
That's going to be a 4-man now for the Cheetahs. It's going to be difficult for them because without the fast lane, without a space maker, a really quick space maker, they're just going to be sitting ducks.
Yeah, not only that, but Ankao hasn't really been performing quite well
Yeah.
in this game. So, you really have to rely on that aggression, which is now gone. Johnny and the rest of the squad, however, slowly inching their way towards the A site. So far, no line of defense for the side of CIT here. But that has been the case so many times in this game. And so many times has it gone wrong for BC. Will it be different this time as the spike is down and the clock ticks towards them? CIT tries to regroup. Floppy is actually getting rid of Jester. That's the man that they have to look out for.
Yeah,
He's down. Very winnable now for the side of BC. The rest of the CIT-U squad, though highly
Gets
capable,
found.
is still available. Micro will get rid of Ankao. The swing again. That ultimate is gone. Nico Baby finds one of his own.
That's crazy.
Pinso will find one. That's 3 for Nico Baby now. Johnny left alone and he falls. A 4K
4K.
secured by Nico Baby. And another round goes to the CIT-U.
And especially with Floppy's taking down Jester, it really gave them an area to breathe. But unfortunately, the timing was just right there for CIT-U. They were able to eliminate one of the pressure, but that oncoming onslaught that's going to be coming from ISO, which just made it a tad bit more difficult, especially with the resurrection coming in from Ankao, just not proving to be useful.
Yeah, no, that
was
was
quickly shut down.
That
And just
was-
removed the edge that they had for their team.
That was a questionable pop as well. That's so easily
Easy to shut
swingable
down.
without
Yeah.
without any crossfire.
And without any utility to just hold them off by a little. Give
Yeah.
him time to, reset his headline,
Yeah, bro was a sitting duck at that point, pulling the collar.
And that's something they have to work on. By disrupting the default, it's not specifically pointing out that they have to be chaotic.
Pushing towards garage here.
They just have to be controlled in a way that's unexpected.
Yeah, no, Johnny falls
Ooh,
immediately. Steve one will actually get rid of Jester on that one as well. That engagement going well for their favor. 4v4, Micro finds
Oh
two
my
and
goodness!
3! The Micro adjust by
Curveball.
Micro!
Another
Dodges the
one.
flash, another one is used! Doesn't even matter, Kinkas is there. But the Micro adjustments by Micro.
Such a beautiful display as well of very calm and controlled
Bang.
aim. They didn't give
Bang.
in to the
Oh!
pressure of the numbers advantage. Yeah, that was a
What?
collateral right there.
No, it wasn't even a collat. It wasn't a collat, he just shot a pixel of this guy. He stands by the name Micro.
But there were like a lot by the window, so
Yeah. The bullet didn't pass through, but he shot the pixel at the back. A Micro shot from this guy. Oh,
And the curveball at the end was basically wasted.
doesn't matter at all. The Kinkas was there. The quick trades from CIT.
Was there to secure, especially for was there to secure Micro, just ensure he wouldn't get eliminated.
Yeah, it's really good teamwork from these guys.
But yeah, as I've mentioned, they need to disrupt the aggressive playstyle that their agents have is not seeming to work for them, and they need as well. They need to not just disrupt the momentum or the timing. They have to switch up how they position themselves.
Oh yeah, for sure. Positioning is one of the least favorable strategy for BC right now because they just can't find a place to tuck themselves in that
Yeah.
effectively allows them to hold sight when the plant is down.
And exactly, as you said, especially in places they tuck themselves in, they're able to become unexpected, and it catches the Wildcats off guard. And we see that with how Jester sometimes doesn't see where the Cheetah's position, and it leads to early eliminations with Steve eliminating Jester quite early on. They just have to play more into that inconspicuous angles.
Yeah, they have to do it throughout the round, not just at the beginning.
Oh,
Because right
paranoia.
now, they know where the BC squad is
Lockdown.
pushing. The paranoia is used. Lockdown popped as well. Curveball available. It's a lockdown
Yes,
on lockdown.
dodge!
Ankao doesn't check his corner at all. Punished for it. Jester falls to fall back. The lockdown still online. Will not get anyone just yet. No players
It's a
for the side
conflict
of
of
BC.
lockdown though.
2 for the side
Ooh.
of CIT. This is big for them.
They
As the
just have
clock
to
ticks
find
out,
it.
they can't plant it anymore.
Oh, very unfortunate right there, but some economy will be saved to the side of the Cheetahs. And now the sides have been the roles have been reversed. We see now the CIT, their double duelist,
Oh, this is
would
scary.
definitely be intriguing, especially since they have the fast lane and the contingency. It allows them to plant safely, and they have the swarm bots and shock darts, which gives them the benefit for post plant.
I don't even think these guys are looking to plant.
They're looking, they're smelling
With how
blood.
aggressive they were on defense.
But they always have that safety net to fall back on.
Yeah,
They still need to take control.
they have an 8-round lead, man. All mistakes available for this squad to commit.
Oh, but you shouldn't get complacent. That's something we casters usually fall under.
We know.
The
We play
blunder.
together. Here we go.
Ooh.
Pushes once again. The aggression coming in towards the mid area of the map. Floppies
Oh,
down
that-
to 14
that heal
HP.
won't do
Cannot
anything.
heal himself on that one. He cannot heal the dead too. So yeah, that is big. That is down. Very dangerous for the side of BC. But still, CIT able
Contingency.
to rotate on towards the A side. They don't have that contingency
Yeah,
anymore.
The
But they-
contingency may be down, but they still have the fast lane to get them on side.
They didn't even need it. They got in the side for free, and as the plant comes down, the clock ticks towards their side. BC now forced to commit a 4-man retake here with the utilities of CIT still online. Talking about that molly from Killjoy, talking about the alarm bot, the turret, all the shock darts still available for CIT as well. Very
Paranoia.
difficult retake for the side of BC here.
Paranoia?
Oh my days, Mordred,
Ooh.
Micro, and Jester with
Jester.
a piece. Johnny will get a trade, but it's a 1v3. No, he's gone.
Unfortunate stuff, but it seems that the Cheetahs are quite reliant on the refresh. They're allowing themselves to use value health points. Health is still a resource
Health
in
is
the
wealth,
game.
man.
Yeah, health is wealth.
Health is wealth.
is still a resource
Drink
in
your
the game.
vitamins.
Yeah, drink your vitamins. Stay refreshed, guys.
And don't forehead peek.
But at the same time, yeah, health is still a resource in the game, and they're quite reliant on the refresh coming in from Sky. And
Yeah.
it gives them a leeway. It's still pressure put onto them as well. The chafing of their health really just adds to the pressure, and it causes more mistakes to be made.
Yeah. But the thing is that Floppies need to be very careful here because usually he's the first one to be chipped down.
Yep.
And the problem with his
He
refresh is
can't
he
heal
can't heal himself. Yeah. So when you're low and you're gone, there's no heals for your squad to fall back onto.
It's something like me and my friends used to discuss with Sky. It's like she's like a fountain, a sentry. So basically a walking sentry for our team. But that's not something you really want to fall back on. You really want to go back to your mechanics and just dismantle the team
Free sight once
systematically.
more. Jester with a slide and pop once again. Steve 1 falls to it. Looks for another one, but Ankao does have the curveball to try and delay. The plant goes down for the side of CIT, looking to secure match point here. Jester, another aggression. Shots and a miss. Falls back. The rest of the BC squad is here to try and punish. Down to 40 HP. Curveball popped.
Ooh,
Actually gets the flashes, but it doesn't matter. Jester gets rid of him. 3v2 now as Nico Baby finds a piece. Floppies with a stinger. Still alive, keeping his team available to try and prevent the match point. 1v2. The crosshairs are on site. He finds one. Will the second one be there? Mordred teasing him a little, but he gets punished for it. Floppies. Does he have time? Does he have time though?
Sounds like he does, but no.
He doesn't!
That's match point.
All that effort. Match point now for CIT.
They're definitely getting red at this point. And as I've said, they usually fall back onto those heals quite a lot. And in Valorant as a game, heals do a lot, but not as much. A quick tap to the head would render that heal.
Oh yeah, 150
very-
HP doesn't matter. Bye.
Goodbye. Boop. A sheriff could just shut down the heals that were done to you in the game.
Even like a few body shots. It does, but it doesn't do that much.
It's like they're stacking the heals onto each other. They're like looking for a tank role in a game that doesn't really have a
exist.
designated tank unless you count ISO as a tank.
He kind of does.
He can sponge at least one. One showstopper. He can can sponge that.
Yeah, but he can also just sponge one.
Ooh,
instead. Oh my
nasty
god.
headshot right there.
Micro, once again, crazy shot. Johnny will get rid of Mordred on that one.
Enemy remaining.
But as we speak, BC falling one by one apiece. And just like that,
Attackers win.
after an early lead, getting the first point, CIT will secure map number 1 as BC falls once more.
And big congratulations for the first game to
We're here now.
to the Wildcats. But yeah, BC do have the right plays sometimes. They're able to become unexpected, but they need more of those if they want to convert those wins. And especially with how the Wildcats have been playing, they have been slowly baiting, just feeding a little bit of information to the Cheetahs, which the Cheetahs also bite too.
They're trying to tame them is what they're doing right now.
They're
giving
taming
them-
the
they're
Cheetahs,
giving
the
them
Wildcats.
side, you know, here, have the side. We're gonna take it back.
Play with
though.
the yarn, and then they tug the rug right from underneath their feet.
Yeah, exactly. That is how CIT has been. I mean, in a sense, right? They're doing what they need to do
Yeah.
in the keys to victory that we've mentioned. But they're doing it in the exact opposite way of how we envisioned it. You know, we want them to take control of site, be there in the defensive, hold it down. But nope, they give it for free.
They give it for free and
And
they
then
disrupt.
bang.
And then boom, change in mentality. That change in mentality then spooked the aggression away from the Cheetahs. And it's just a little bit difficult for the Cheetahs now. They position themselves in ways that they've tucked. But at the same time, it's also a double-edged sword. Since the Wildcats were expecting for the aggression, they're pushing way much further than they expected, and it leads to these angles that they haven't cleared, which nets the Cheetahs the early kills that they
Yeah, but
want.
at the end of the day, as the underdogs,
Yeah.
the BC really kind of got pulled into CIT's game on that one, and that's
They
what
were
you don't
lured.
want
They
to
were
do.
reeled in.
Yeah, that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to start playing your opponent's game, and of course, with that on hand, it just kind of crumbled down for the side of BC on that one. But of course, this matchup was a really good one. Would like to highlight the plays coming in from Jester as well.
Yeah.
Nico Baby was there. I believe we do have an MVP showing just in a little bit. We will reveal that to you guys. But again, a really good combination of plays for the side of the CIT-U squad roster here.
I mean, they were the Cheetahs were really expecting for those chafing damage. You know, they were putting their money on that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they wanted to heal themselves, to have somebody to absorb and then play off the remaining people on site. But it's a little bit difficult when you're up against the Wildcats. These are people who know
May
the
I
space they're
suggest
doing.
human
Yeah.
Sova drone what they've been doing? Trying to get someone to gain as much information
Yeah.
as they can,
But
steal him back.
You know, health is still a resource.
Health is wealth.
Health is wealth. A person is still a resource.
Yeah,
in the game,
exactly.
and you need as many eyes as you want on different angles. This is something that the CIT-U have been doing, especially with Micro on window right there.
Yeah, exactly.
He was hit with 2 curveballs, but it was Quinkus who tried to save him. And
they
succeeded.
have really good rope and pull, using one guy to rope.
It's like
people in.
Sword Art Online. It's like switch.
I haven't seen the anime.
Oh, you
I
should.
might
You
not
should watch
be that
season
much of a
1.
nerd.
You should
I'm
watch
sorry. But yeah, it was really a really good game for these two squads. I mean, BC did their
Definitely,
best.
they did put up a really
They did
good
put
fight.
up it's not very typical CIT matchup where they just stomp through. BC were actually fighting in between the rounds. Yes, the
They were
round
having
still
those
went to CIT.
mind games, yeah.
Yeah, the round still went to CIT, but BC were fighting. They
Yeah.
were in there.
I mean, the CIT were playing mind games, and the Cheetahs were just trying to unwrangle, unravel
Dr.
the-
Quack
the-
Quack.
Dr. Quack Quack.
Dr. Quack Quack. They were Dr.
trying
Quack
to,
Quack.
to unravel the spools of thread that have been laid out by CIT-U, and you know, once it's all balled up into their face, it's like, oh, this is going to be a problem, and they have to fix that. They have to cut the threads, split them apart, dismantle them, and break those chains.
Here we go. This is the MVP of this matchup.
Jester.
Of course, it's Jester,
Jester,
man.
yeah.
We've seen this man. He has I believe I can confidently say that this is his signature move in CL. It's the slide and pop, slide and pop, slide in, gets an
It's
elimination.
very relentless as well, because even in high gear, he's just looking to just disrupt put more pressure and have some of his teammates to just back him up from areas where their opponents aren't looking to.
He's living up to the name, man. He's a very entertaining
Jester.
player. Look at this one. Gets the kill, slides, pop. Slide and pop. That's his move.
And that's the beautiful thing about that man is that they're able to execute on it together. He's not working on it alone. Despite
look at that. Yeah.
We're seeing him on the front line, but there's somebody in the back line gunning for him.
Yeah, he has the backup that he needs. And that's,
it makes him more confident to take those plays.
yeah, that's the beauty of the CIT play as well. They play together in a way wherein if you manage to somehow, some way find one of them,
like Jenga.
someone's there. Yeah.
Jenga mention.
Jenga reference.
Jenga reference. But yeah, the team is a huge jigsaw puzzle, and they just complete.
Oh,
each
different
other.
game. Now look at that, man. Dude, that shot from Micro.
Yeah,
Just amazes me how he does that.
and he's very confident of making that peak right there from coming in from the doors is because he has Quincus to back him up.
Chester, you are disgusting. 415 ACS. Hello?
6 first blood, so this man was out there.
He was hunted.
aggressive.
He was hunted. But
And,
yeah, he's really been one of the staple guys for the side of CIT here, being one of the top shooters for them. And not only that, able to find that value as well. I mean, because ACS isn't really just about KDA, it's about your overall impact. And 415?
yeah, not even if you don't get a kill, as long as you're able to contribute damage. You know, with the amount of the resources you have, ACS still goes up, and that says a lot about how Jester plays. Is that he has presence on the field.
Yeah,
When he's
exactly.
playing, you know he's playing.
It was a very, very entertaining matchup between these two squads, especially that's just map number 1. But of course, those matchups and the whole of Sisafi Esports League Season 4 would not be a thing without our wonderful sponsors. Of course, we have Virginia Food Incorporated, Basta Hot Dog.
Virginia.
We have Smart PLDT, Smart Live More Today, PLDT, leading and inspiring Filipinos to create a better tomorrow. We also have PC Express.
For all your digital needs.
Of course, Crayon Lab, your one-stop shop for premium prints and custom design.
designs, yup.
And we're also live, by the way, on the Smart Sports and Puso P. Catch every clash, every play, and every victory at Sisafi Esports League. Stream it live through the Puso Pilipinas and a Smart Live Stream app. And of course, our venue partner, CIT-U, for allowing us to be here and enjoying the facilities as well. But that was a banger of a map number 1. CIT has claimed dominance against BC, and you can watch once again Sisafi Esports League live on the
Facebook
Smart
Live,
Sports
yeah.
and the Puso Pilipinas app, but we're also live on the Sisafi Esports League Facebook page. And if you're not yet following the Sisafi Esports League Facebook page,
Click it now.
hello, what are you doing?
it now.
Hi, click that
Click it
follow.
now.
Share this live stream. I-first move mo kay Crush, look, oh, nag-Valorant sila.
Just
Valorant
sense it
punta.
without context.
Look, oh, nag-Valorant sila. Valorant
Sage ka.
punta.
Sage ka. I could never, man. My
Yeah.
girlfriend doesn't play Valorant.
At least you have a girlfriend. man.
Eh,
Talo na naman. I'm going home.
But yeah, next map looking a little bit more dicey here.
Yeah,
three sides.
Three sides still, but
noise. Noise
very,
is
very
everything.
noisy map.
I mean, as a Euro player, as a
Okay, buddy.
designated
Here we
one
go
trick
again.
Euro player, noise is actually everything.
Actually.
Because without even teleporting, without even using your blindside, you can still trick your enemy.
Yeah,
on
well, no,
where
there's
you
no
are.
Yoru there.
Ah!
There's no Yoru. We're not seeing a Yoru today in Radical. Give it up, man. We're gonna be seeing the return of Lotus on Sisafi Esports League. Now, if you guys don't remember, Sisafi Esports League Season 3, we actually crowned the Grand Champions on Lotus. So after an entire year of not seeing this map, we're gonna see it once again for the first time in Season 4. CIT, who claimed championship in this map last year, will be the first to play Lotus this year. And we're gonna see Jester on the race, Micro on the chamber, Mordred on that fade, Kinkas back on the Omen, and Nico Baby this time switching from duelist to controller on the Clove.
It's going to look a little dicey here now, especially with the new changes on Map Lotus. There were actually minimal changes on a
There were a lot of changes towards the A side.
on the A side, but
The A
overall, yeah, there were just just bits in there. It's still the same as how it once was. But just the spaces, just the angles, this just added a little more on A because it was a little bit difficult to really hold it. But now, you know, we're seeing them aggressing C.
BC, once again with an early aggression on towards the C side, similar to what they did on the first map. But that's the thing, they cannot wrap around, wrap back in anymore because of how noisy the rotations are on this map. But they do take control of site. Johnny trying to stop a flood from CIT coming in, unfortunately fails. Now it's a 3v2 already, just like that. With a spike down, CIT goes for the retake. Steve 1 falls, Pinsu goes down as well. And an early retake from CIT goes through and the defuse comes in for them as well. Shades of Map 1 and Radical. Take the site, we gonna take you back.
Yeah, and they could have defended the site better with that one. I mean, they just aggressed as the doors were spinning, which wasn't. I don't think really. I really don't think was wise. You know, you have a lot of
revolving door. Those are two guys.
There were more than two guys right there on that revolving door, and
that's a left and a right you have to look at.
Yeah, you could just cover it and then work with a crossfire. You know, all the way from the watery area side of the seaside.
But once again, another round for CIT. This time starting off strong, not even letting BC take control of side on that one. They give it for free, they take it back very early. Oh my god.
They're also playing anti-eco right there.
Johnny's gone. Ankau's gone. That's 2 for Micro already, down to 24 HP. But he does have that outlaw on hand, very deadly, even with a body shot. Jester and the rest of the squad now aggressing. Nico Baby will find 2 towards mid. Floppy
Very
left alone. And once again,
very tactical coming in from the team of the Wildcats. That they were just pinching them. They were just pinching the cheetahs, and it honestly just snowballed into it was a domino effect at that point.
yeah, that hold by Micro on towards C, taking 2 with him, causing BC to panic. And then, when they are panicked, that's when Jester and the rest of the crew, Nico Baby as well, pinches in towards mid and just takes them all out.
I mean, as unexpected as they want to be, CIT-U has been doing a great job as being unexpected as well, and they need to be wary of those.
Ooh, the detection coming in. Johnny will get sprayed down but still lives. Chip damage has been done though. The rest of the BC squad looking to find a rotation, a spot on towards B. The flash is popped. Dash in, coming in once more. It's Nico Baby in there. He finds 2. You don't really want to peek this man. He's one of the more consistent players of CIT. And the push towards B is once again. Put a stop. As the spike is dropped. Nico Baby finds 3 as Pinsu falls.
They're just very, very relentless. Now, something you want to highlight as well is the difference in their initiator. The difference between a Sky and a Fade is just that Fade works much better in close quarters. The Prowler is just able to detect and just spook a little bit. I give a little bit more pressure.
Your teammates too.
Yeah, the Prowler doesn't blind your teammate, which gives you some window of opportunity to just catch people off guard. But looking for, they're going for a double duelist, which is not really working with that early on aggression.
One way here to try and help Micro. The pain shell used to drive him away. Ankau though is away from his team, and I believe Micro has a read on it.
Micro, however, was spotted by Ankau. But what will Ankau be able to do with an outlaw?
Micro actually moving a little bit more aggressive here. Mordred will hold an angle. He knows Johnny is there. The read is just so beautiful. Johnny will fall. Micro now and the rest of the squad pushing in from the C. Paranoia used. The BC boys have been caught with it. Micro finds Ploppy from the back. It's Jester finds 1. And it's Nico Baby who puts a stop to it. Another round for CIT, and this time BC is struggling.
They need to take some space for themselves. The CIT-U, the Wildcats have just been relentless, trying to pinch them non-stop, and they need to be more aggressive, and not aggressive in a way. They have to be aggressive together. None more of those hero plays, none more of letting somebody enter site and just heal them from the back. They actually have to take action now.
Yeah, they kind of really need to do that here. with CIT
Especially with
now
the double duelist
snowballing.
comp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's CIT. Snowballing an economy here.
Ooh, micro.
Steve
Oh,
tries to
gets
do a pop and slide, but it's Micro who actually gets rid of him. Will miss the shot, but able to TP away. Here, once again, the heals coming through, but
Yeah.
really not really gonna do much. Ankao and Johnny actually finds one apiece, which does open up a side for them a little bit here. Nico Baby once again with the read, finds one.
Pick me up.
Does use that as well, giving him a little bit of HP back. The rest of the BC squad now, I believe the smartest thing for them to do here is to just pick a different side.
And now most of the cheetahs are quite chipped at the moment, but Wildcats are also the Wildcats are very healthy. Conversely,
Mordred heard that, no?
I think he did.
Mordred might have heard the rotation
Oh!
towards the A. The rest of the CIT squad now rotating in. Ankao is there. Mordred will get rid of Johnny. That's the person watching their flank here. BC is in a pickle, a tight one that is. Prowler used. No one detected yet. Door open to try and bait out a peek. Kinkas! They don't know where Kinkas is! Oh my days! The slow walk into the elimination.
Not dead yet was Pop. It doesn't find anybody though.
Yeah, I mean, he gets the defuse at least.
Oh, and there goes
Oh no.
the not dead yet.
No, they just shot at the body. No.
That's BMing.
No, I saw that on the screen. The disrespect is in. But still, the game continues. That was a crazy shot by Micro, by the way. On that sliding neon, he low.
Yeah. Very, very tactical of the Wildcats. They have been doing really great so far. They were just anticipating. They know how to funnel the cheetahs into one area. They've been doing that, and they're calling the shots this time.
Speaking of funnel, Paranoia, TP, slide in by the side of the Cheetahs. They don't know where Kinkas is once more. He finds one there. Pinsu is down. Another one is there for Kinkas. He's on the 10 spot here, and he's playing like him right now. Nico Baby will aggress through the smoke. Tries to get the shot down, but it's actually Mordred who gets the kill on Ankao and Floppies.
Flawless.
How many seconds was that round?
I think I could count it with 20 fingers. I think I could count it with
You have
20
20 fingers? What?
If I had 20 fingers, I could probably count it with that. But
you do have your toes, I guess.
I do have my toes. But if you think about it, it's getting a little too dicey. They're getting funneled into areas, and the Wildcats have been calling the shots on where they're going to take those hits. They're anticipating them in a way that makes it difficult for the Cheetahs to
Oh
move
my
forward.
god! Micro with a quick up on Johnny. Nico Baby once
Spray.
again aggressing to B. Why would you even push this, man? He owns that site. You pay rent there. 4v2 now as BC down in
Prowler.
manpower. Jester doesn't even care about that paint shell that was thrown at him. Mordred is there to clean house. As another round is secured by the side of CIT.
They are unable to deny the space being taken, especially with the Omen, the Shrouded Step, and the Nico Baby just aggressing on mid. They have no safe space to be. If they could battle with mounts and just try to take C, have a site for themselves, they've seen more success being able to take that site, but
Every time they fought Nico on towards the B side, he
Yeah.
takes at least two.
two.
Why
Nico
would you
exists,
even try
just
to go
two.
there still?
Another
Look at this.
hard
They're-
stacking B.
They're going for the B side again.
Nobody's there though.
Nico is here. He's the only man that you have to fear. He
Ooh!
finds one.
Makes it past
Pops
them.
the shorty. We'll
Ooh.
find a second one. That's two
Nasty
already.
overdrive.
Steve one pops the overdrive. We'll get the trade, but Jester is there with a showstopper. 3v2 scenario. Cosmic Divide is online, but what are you gonna do with it at this point? Micro with the
Oof.
op, TP's away. Still in a position to do something. Cosmic Divide is popped. Plant still not down yet for the side of BC. Paint shells thrown to try and deny Micro.
Ooh, Headhunter.
Finds Floppies with a Headhunter. The spike is down. They don't have control of it, and it's Pinsu. Caught in a pincer. And he's done. He's gone. There's another round for CIT.
And it's just that their aggression is not accompanied
Look at this man.
with
Why would you even
anticipation.
push me at this point?
Yeah, Nico Baby was just in the smoke. He was able to move past their safeness, that safety
He got
they
caught
had.
in the Vice ult, by the way.
So he had to go for
Go
a
for shorty and he still found one.
And that overdrive was his bane, however. But still good, like great find and value.
BC at this point should learn their lesson, man, but still looking for this B push here. They might just be able to
Challenging.
punish Nico Baby here because that's 4 crosshairs looking at him. If he so swings this one, he does.
He did slice the hit though.
He just forced to fall back here. Showstopper is online for Ankao too, so he can do. Oh my god, what are you doing?
Oh my goodness!
He hits another 2! That's another 2-piece for Nico on B. I am losing my mind with what this guy is doing. Medal pop,
Oh
Jester
my
is there for the
goodness.
elimination. And it's all up to Floppies once
Paranoia.
again. He gets caught in the paranoia and it's another flawless round for CIT. Can we get a counter at this point? How many flawlesses has it been?
This man, Nico Baby, has been
About to
risking a
cry.
lot, but he's been profiting off those risks. And despite the 4 crosshairs, 2 crosshairs, he was able to isolate. He has then given them safety with that smoke right there that he wouldn't challenge it. But it cost them. Those 2 crosshairs were not enough. Those 2 people looking at him were not enough. And Nico Baby profited off that risky play. Even taking Pinsu as a 3rd man, just aggressing him, just putting that pressure, especially with that DK. Micro.
Once again taking control of Mount, forced to fall back this time. Not taking anyone with him.
Fast
The
lane.
aggression on towards Lucy once again used. They do have that showstopper on Cow still available.
Sight
And it
is
will be
theirs.
used
Showstopper.
by Nico Baby's got in the vibe,
Oh
but it doesn't
my
matter! He gets rid of
goodness.
Cow on that one. The plant is down, but he does get rid of the planter. 3v5.
Oh
Nico
my
Baby.
goodness,
Pops
not dead yet.
Still alive in this one. Mordred finds 2. Johnny tries to keep alive, but a 3 from Mordred will secure another round for CIT, and they're laughing about it now.
Seems that they're just enjoying themselves at this point. They then fell under the snare of a free side, especially with Micro just challenging them a little, backing all the way up, giving them that the rendezvous out. Was very, very unfortunate for the Cheetahs. They're basically sitting ducks at this point, and they want to make up for it.
They're sitting ducks for their back turns, man. What is this?
They don't anticipate Nico Baby hiding in smokes, challenging, getting really risky with how they play.
This guy, if you see Nico, just go away if you see the clove smoke. At this point,
Don't
once
challenge
again,
it at this point.
Kinkas on the 10 spot, finds 2. Nico Baby is there once more. And all of a sudden, there's
Prowler.
2 players left for BC once again. I blink and they're all dead. What is happening on
whiff
this
though.
one?
Stormtrooper.
Micro will miss the shot. Stormtrooper.
I mean, he did whiff with the operator, but Stormtrooper plays, man. Ah, you love to see it. You love to see it.
11-0 now. They could very well secure match point in this half, but look at this.
They still challenge the close smoke.
Why? If you see a rainbow-looking orb thing, run away. Just don't.
It's more like a blue and a pink one, right?
It's more of a purple and pink, no?
I think it's a blue and a pink smoke coming in from close,
I
right?
think it's purple, actually. No.
I might have to get my eyes checked. I might have to get my eyes checked for that one.
Oh!
Micro!
Micro able to TP away on that one. Steve won.
The rendezvous. Seeker is coming in.
Kinkas will find Floppies. Pinsu will get a quick trade. It's one-way smoke. Proving to be really good for them. And all of a sudden, it's a 4v2 once more.
Stormtrooper again.
Oh my days. Nico Baby getting rid of Steve 1. It's all up to Pinsu. Reloads. Shot while reloading.
Micro.
Unfortunate.
Just looking at the right place at the right time.
As we swap sides now, BC is in desperation mode.
They have to win at least 1 point, man.
12-0.
They have to win at least 1 point.
12-0, man. One more round and it's over for them. You know, we've been through this together. I think you were in that game too.
Yeah, I was in that game too.
Nobody was not happy. Anyway, Nico Baby has been the thorn in the plays of BC
This
today.
match, yeah. This game.
Mordred hasn't died.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, Mordred hasn't died. They were providing utility with the Prowler though. They've had a lot of
he
effect
hasn't
just trying to
died.
just aggress. But now that CIT-U, the Wildcats, are on the aggressive side, they're on the offensive side, rather. Yeah. With a lesser amount of duelists, I still think they have what it takes to be be quite aggressive with their plays.
In what could be one of the final
Funny.
rounds of Season 4
Ooh.
for BC. Jester flicks Johnny's head off.
traded.
T1 will get a trade. It's a 3v4. They have a chance
Another
to
one
keep it
response
alive.
from Nico.
3v3 situation with the spike down. CIT has the time, has the score, and has
Ooh,
everything
does not
working for them
see
here.
Pinsu.
Pinsu and Floppies trying to keep alive their squad. Nico Baby
Go
will
1v1.
find one. And it's all up to Pinsu.
The thrill, the
BC,
desperation.
Will you be able to keep going? One more round for your squad.
Ooh.
Pinsu down to
Just
half
stalling
HP.
it out.
Nico Baby still on full with a time checking.
Oh, Nico Baby.
He secures the 13th round. The 13-0 is completed. And it's CIT with a sweep once again. And the return of Lotus in the map where they won the championship last year. Today, they claim victory.
That was a really, really good game coming in. CIT-U just sweeping.
It's their map.
Yeah, it's their
We're
map.
paying rent on it.
We're paying rent on it with mortgage, with the interest rates.
And BC today, they were due.
Damn.
The rent was due and CIT had to claim.
Yeah.
And they did just that.
I mean, they were definitely getting stalled on their takes to the site, but at the same time, getting pinched through. They just have a way. The Wildcats just have a way with working through traffic, directing them to the segue, to the right route. They're detouring them away from the sites they want and onto the stacked sites they have, which definitely, especially with Nico Baby working as a big lynch in the pin. What an amazing game.
They really had. They just had to try and fight Nico Baby. They just had to try and fight Nico. I believe Mordred didn't die at all.
Mordred
game.
didn't die.
I believe
I think
so.
in the last game he
I
did.
think
The
he might
last
have. He
map.
might have. But
Because it was a 1v1 between... it was a 1v1.
Yeah,
Nico
but-
Baby had this 1v1. So Mordred did
Mordred
die.
did
Mordred
die.
did
But
die.
that was such an intense matchup between these two squads. A little bit of a slow start, but again, the CIT just managed to pick it up.
I mean, as much as a mechanical player the Wildcats have been, they're also good at those mind games. I mean, and with how you observe them playing, there's like, oh, am I gonna be here? Am I gonna be here? Oh,
Yeah.
you're not going to anticipate me over here. Meanwhile, the Cheetahs, their disrupt, their chaos seems to come from places you wouldn't expect, and it's not really something they set up.
Yeah.
They were just in the right place and the right time, and they're able to profit off of those.
Yeah. But with that, we do have, I believe, on the stage right now, one of our hosts with, I believe, the thorn on the side
Yep.
of BC today. Nico Baby is with Shane. Shane, how's it going?
Thank you so much for that, casters. And of course, congratulations to both our teams for our match one. Of course, we would like to commend BC Cheetahs for giving their best for this match. And now I am here today with our MVP, Nico Baby. Hi there, Nico Baby. Congratulations. Now, Nico Baby, finally, CIT-U, you already secured your spot in the playoffs. However, for you to be undefeated in this game series, you need to defeat one more mountain, and that is UCLM. So I want to ask you, how do you plan to counter the playstyle of UCLM?
Everyone in Sisafi knows that UCLM is the strongest team right now and you can't like counter them. However, we have something that UCLM doesn't have. We have the power of friendship.
Power of friendship, wow. Speaking of friendship, Nico Baby, the last time you played was week 1. And after that, you got sick, and now you're playing right now in week 5. So how did you keep up with the team?
Just because I was in the hospital doesn't mean I was not thinking about Valorant.
So even if you were sick, you were still playing?
Yeah, I was itching to play.
Wow, itching to play, and that is why Nico Baby is our MVP. Of course, before we end our match, do you have any shout-outs?
Shout out to my friends. Thank you. That's all.
Okay, coach, shout out to his friends. Okay, thank you so much for that, Nico Baby. And that's it for this game interview. Now let's go back to our casters.
Life isn't fair.
Life isn't
He,
fair.
he goes away from Valorant, itches to play, proceeds to be MVP. I go away, I itch to play, I get 0 kills in what, 24 rounds? Life
But-
isn't fair.
Yeah, but he was definitely itching. I mean, from the previous week, I think if I recall, it was week 3. He was discharged early from the hospital, and he was just like, I really want to play, I really want to play. And now he's had
back.
his time to shine, and especially with those very, very aggressive plays around his smoke.
520 ACS.
That's
What
crazy.
Is that real? Is that actually that is insane.
I mean, that's all. That's like the ACS of Ferraris whenever he plays.
Whoa! Ferrari's high.
Yeah, Ferraris.
Look at this, man.
Ferraris mentioned.
Just the absolute domination from this squad on this map, Lotus here.
Yep.
Just scary.
And it's like
Look at
programmed into the mind of the players that whenever there's a smoke, there's usually somebody holding from the other side, but not on the inside. And that's why they don't anticipate Nico Baby just trying to find the angle on them. And we see here, he profits off of those. Nico Baby shutting down that showstopper. Beautiful display as well as that spike plant.
Yeah, that was just insane from the side of CIT. Look at the
My goodness.
520 ACS. Now, if you actually check the Sisafi Esports League website, you might actually be able to see that might just be the highest in
at this
history.
point.
Oh my days! 520 ACS, 27 in 5,
And 6
first bloods, and then
Wasn't
Mordred is there to 14-1-9.
Isn't the first bloods tied with how
Jester in
Jester
map one,
was
yeah.
in map 1? It shows that they're really aggressive as a team, but it's how they're spooling the
Yeah.
threads, and they're masters of their fate, masters of their destiny.
But
But
the one character from Black Bulls, you know.
oh, Veronica,
yeah,
Veronica was
I
there.
believe so. Yeah.
But up next, what game are we going to be expecting?
Oh, it's gonna be a banger of a matchup once again. It's gonna be USJ-R versus CEC.
Ooh.
This could very well be one of the back and forth matchups that
Yep.
we might be getting here, and these two squads have been quite amazing. But once again, that was match number 1, CIT versus CIT up against the BC
BC.
College. And as the voices of the battlefield, you had your bronze player, Eden Caster forward, along with Mr. Fantastical and Radical. It was an honor to be here for map number 1 to witness such an amazing matchup. But with that, we're gonna have to end this one for now. We're gonna see you for match number 2, USJ-R CEC. Stay tuned because it's gonna be a banger of a matchup as well.
You keep on running around with other women in town. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I keep on telling you when you don't come home from that town. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I've on running around with other women in town. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I keep on telling you when you don't come home from nights out. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I've keep on running around with other women in town. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I keep on telling you where you don't come home from nights out. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I've had enough of these games. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I've had enough of these games. You keep on running around with other women in town. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I keep on telling you where you don't come home from nights out. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out.
The logo features the number 25 to mark Sasafi's 25th anniversary, celebrating its legacy of excellence. A person holding a torch, inspired by the original Sasafi logo, represents the passing of knowledge and passion from past to present, honoring those who paved the way while inspiring the next generation. The rising stars symbolize young talents who are guided by the achievements of Sasafi Hall of Famers, echoing the slogan, "A legacy built, a future inspired." Laurel leaves reflect victory and recognition, highlighting the accomplishments of athletes, coaches, and leaders over the years. Lastly, the eagle head represents strength, vision, and forward movement, capturing Sasafi's commitment to growth and excellence for future generations.
Hey there, esports fanatics! You're still tuning in to Sasafi Esports League. And of course, we are finally done with our match 1 today. But Sarah, we are not quite done yet, isn't that right?
That is super right, partner. Let's do a quick recap on what happened way back in match 1 as we go over our current standings. First and foremost, we had the CIT-U Wildcats going against the BC Cheetahs, with the Wildcats taking their claim for match 1. And now, coming up next, ladies and gents, is going to be match 2 with the USJ-R Jaguars going against the CEC Blue Dragons.
But of course naman, Estera, I want to ask our live audiences, who do you think will win our second match for today? Will it be the Jaguars or the CEC Blue Dragons? Comment down in our chat for the hashtag Meow Jaguars or Roar Dragons to lock in your prediction for this match.
Exactly. And before we proceed with our match, let's thank our sponsors for helping us make the Sasafi Esports League possible. First and foremost, we have Virginia Foods Incorporated, Smart Communications, PLDT Home, PC Express, Crayon Lab Custom Apparel and Digital Prints, We'd also like to thank our sponsors over at Puso Pilipinas and Smart Sports for their continuous support and coverage, as well as our venue holder, CIT-U. Thank you so much for holding us here at the Safi Esports League.
And now, as Sarah, let's not wait any longer. Let's breach into the action. We have our casters, everybody's buddy, nobody, and the Mid East Beast, Zico. Casters, the site is yours.
Thank you to our hosts, Chain and Esther. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome for another extremely fun game of Valorant between the USJ-R Jaguars versus the CEC Blue Dragons. Zico, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling absolutely spectacular, and I'm excited for this kind of game because I love USJ-R. I love CEC. Both of
really?
these guys, they're absolute units, and they're absolutely going to be amazing to watch, and it's going to be so fun. I'm really excited for this game, and it's going to be a blast to cast it with you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be quite a blast
Yeah.
to see both of these teams because they're fighting for a spot in our next stage of this tournament, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a very crucial game
Yeah.
for both of these teams. So if USJ-R wins, they kind of are going to be in a comfortable, not so comfortable, but still a little bit more comfortable than
Yeah.
what they are in right now. But if CEC manages to outdraw the USJ-R Jaguars, that's going to be quite a position for them to go through. As we take a look at their standings, actually, you can see right here, this is Group A, where UCLM and CIT-U, congrats by the way to CIT-U
Yeah.
for winning their previous series, which they are now currently 3-0, garnering 9 points, tied with UCLM.
Absolutely, and if we take a little gander at Group B, we do have a more comfortable situation for these people around this part. We see USPF already securing a spot on the top of the group with a solid 7 points. UCMN leading shortly behind. CDU on the 3rd place. 4th is USJ-R with 3 draws, and CEC in last place. Now, the
and-
reason why I was going to mention,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you
Yeah,
off, but the reason
yeah.
why I was going to mention about everything with USJ-R in the position that they're in is they have 3 draws. That is 3 whole situations where they could not pull through with a full victory. So in a situation like this, you want to be able to secure a full 3 points, because if they secure a full 3 points, that's 6 already. It's going to send them straight up into the 2nd place in the standings.
Yeah.
So that'll be great for them.
Absolutely, that's going to be very beneficial for them if they get their 6th point up against CEC. But if CEC manages to get this win, get a 2-0,
Yeah.
and that's going to be 3 points for them,
They're going to be drawn.
we are in for quite a battle between USJ-R and CEC. If ever, it's going to be a tie at 3-all.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a very interesting, because both of these situations is 100% make it or break it for both of these teams. The stakes are pretty high. For USJ-R, they want to make sure that they shoot up into the standings, because 2nd place is a very nice position you want to be in towards the end of the group stage. So it's going to be quite the situation they want to put themselves in. But for the side of CEC, they're sitting at 0 points. So they want to make sure that they secure at least 1 full game so that they can comfortably sit in a position at least within the standings.
Absolutely. I mean, if they get at least 1 point, that's still gonna get them to 4th place.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be quite the comfortable spot compared to being in dead last. But CEC, well, I might say they do have a chance.
Yeah.
If they ever get this dub over the Jaguars,
Absolutely.
this is gonna be quite troublesome for the bracket.
The only difference between them, if CEC were to win this game, would be the round differential.
Oh yeah.
And that's a very, that's a thin line, especially with how USJ-R has been handling their games with all the draws that they've been getting, because all 3 of their games so far have just been draw after draw after draw. So it's going to be quite difficult to, gauge how USJ-R would win in a round differential. But speaking of both of these teams, though, we're going to look into the contents of them, the people within them, what makes them.
You can see up first are the USJ-R Jaguars. We've got, quite the lineup here. Omar, Trick, Sinokia, Julan, and Baby. Sinokia, he has been a player for quite some time already. He's been through the ups and downs. He's been through hell or high water already in terms of CEL career. And, I think he does have, that potential to impart his experience along his teammates. And, they've got some standout players as well in the name of Omar, Trick, and this name, very familiar, Baby.
Yeah.
Right? Very familiar already in the CEL. and there's been just lots of talk that this team might just have what it takes to break through.
Yeah, because they do need to break through the low draw streak that they have been having. But moving on from that, let's see who's making up the CEC side. Starting off, we do have Kishi, Sniva, Blurryface, Jom, and Dodge My Bullet. This team, we've seen most of these players like in most of the games that CEC has been playing in, but a couple standouts is Jom and Kishi.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
We did see a couple of their plays in the
Yeah.
previous weeks. Most especially, Jom has been one of their staples
Yeah.
throughout so far the entire week. And this team, well, people might discount them because they're at the bottom of
Yeah.
the standings, but still, they're in CEL. They've already been welcomed to the CEL stage,
Yeah.
and they're here. They're here to stand and fight their ground.
Absolutely, and that is exactly what they're going to be doing because you can never knock them out.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The only thing that can knock them out is their scoring, and then they're going to make sure that that does not happen today.
Yeah, I
Because-
mean, hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully they will draw some blood against the Jaguars today.
Absolutely.
And we might see, it's a Dragons versus Jaguars type thing, the air versus the land,
Yeah, the jungle versus the skies.
Jaguars versus skies, yeah. But even more than than the sky versus the land. Let's take
Yeah.
a look at our map veto, which will be flashed on your screens in a short moments, ladies and gentlemen. USJ-R gets the first ban, and right away they ban Haven, and CEC gets rid of Fracture.
I mean, Haven is a bit of a surprise to me because we've
Yeah.
had a Haven game in almost every single series. so
Almost every
far.
single day, right?
Almost every single
Yeah.
day. So Fracture is that's a pretty standard ban. Same with Pearl and Bind and Split. But the picks here are interesting.
Yeah,
Because Lotus, I'm a fan of Lotus. I like Lotus, but
Yeah,
the new
I like
Breeze
Lotus as
rework
well.
is a little. Some people they think it's a little controversial, especially
yeah.
with how much they changed Hall and how much they changed mid, and all the new angles. It's a bit controversial. So seeing them playing on it now is going to be very interesting to see. But obviously, first you're going to have to go through Lotus, which is CEC's pick.
Oh, CEC. I mean, they might have some plays drawn up for this.
Maybe.
And we've just seen Lotus being played earlier with CIT-U versus BC matchup.
Yeah, we just saw
before
that
this
right now.
game. They've had their second game in Lotus, and now we're starting off first game in
Back in
Lotus.
Lotus,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're back in Lotus, ladies and gentlemen. 3-site map. This is going to be quite interesting.
It is going to be very interesting, especially because it's going to be a nice little way to compare and contrast. Maybe
Yeah.
a little bit of comparison between the different play styles of the different teams and everything. But since CEC is going out of their way to pick this map, let's go through some stuff that they might need to practice to
Yeah.
potentially win this, and what USG-R is going to have to practice to counter the CEC's plays, because CEC is obviously going to be a bit more comfortable rather on this map. So it's going to be very interesting to see what kind of keys to victory they have to follow
Yeah,
to win
indeed.
these games.
Indeed. So the keys to victory for USJR is to close the rounds and discipline over chaos. Now,
Yeah.
that's what they've been struggling so far throughout the entire season, is that they couldn't close the rounds. They can have great starts, they can have great mid rounds, but at the end of the day, it's what the end that matters
Yeah.
for Valorant, this Valorant tournament right here. And how about for CEC?
We have hold the line and find your fragger, which
Ooh,
is
that's
100% very true for CEC, because
Yeah.
they have struggled to really make sure that their fortification is strong, because a lot of pressure always gets applied into them, and I feel like their whole structure of what they have set up kind of falls apart. So they very much go hand in hand with each other, especially with find your fragger. Whenever they swap into the attacker side, they need to make sure that the pressure that they have gets pushed onto them.
Yeah, absolutely. They need to, find your fragger is kind of like being able to dictate the pace of the game.
Yeah,
Basically,
absolutely.
you find the player who's kind of popping off in that game and just, kind of let them snowball
Yeah.
into something really, really big, like a big snowball.
Like a big
you might
snowball,
say.
yeah.
Yeah. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a look at their agent picks for Lotus, and we're seeing the comeback
Tejo.
here of Tejo
Tejo.
being used in Lotus, and there's a double initiator setup for the side of USJ-R, while it's going to be a standard comp with a double duelist comp. It's a
Yeah.
dive comp, rather, for CEC.
Yeah, and usually on a map like Lotus, some people might disagree with this, but you would be usually seeing a Yoru.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yoru.
But after the previous patch, Yoru's not really in the most comfortable situation in the meta. So then this is the next best thing, which is pretty. It's a pretty good lineup on either side, especially Breach is my go-to pick on Lotus, so I like that. And they have 2 dives on either side with the Raze pick. Keshi on the Neon is very nice to see, and Tejo with a lot of the deny potential. Tejo's like Mr. Denial himself.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be really nice to see how this plays out, especially on a map like Lotus with 3 sites.
The post plants are gonna be crazy for
Yeah.
USJ-R, considering they do have a Tejo and an Omen as well to assist with that kind of thing. But on the other hand, CEC, they've got the Cypher, which means they could potentially lock down 2 sites.
Yeah, the defense is gonna be very nice.
Yeah, their
especially with
defense
Cypher, because they can leave Cypher on one site, leave Cypher on C.
Yeah,
put 2 on B.
That's the usual strat, right?
Yeah.
Leave Cypher on C or even B, just one tripwire, just waiting for any audio cues
Yeah,
to
just make sure
go.
he's there to alarm the team.
Yeah, Alarm Team is,
Yeah.
kind of the name of the game for CEC right there. But Blurry Face with the Initiator on Fade,
Yeah.
well, this is going to be, it could be a counter pick against a Cypher if the USJR picked one, but, Fade still very viable.
Very,
here
especially
in-
on Lotus, yeah.
Yeah, on Lotus, yeah. There's lots of
There's
angles.
a lot of spots, yeah.
Yeah, lots of angles and spots where the Haunt can be used, and lots of corners where the Prowler can be utilized as well.
Absolutely, yeah. And with both of these lineups, we do see a double duelist on the side of CEC. So while they do have a Cypher, it could be the kind of thing where they have a Cypher on one site, and then on the other sides we have the double duelist maybe taking space or pushing up ahead and being a bit more aggressive than you would expect from a team with a Cypher on it.
Oh yeah, I mean, they should be able to convert that kind of composition into in-game aggression right here. But we're now going to start the first round, USJR versus CEC. And right away, USJR on the offensive here, looking towards getting into C site. There's going to be Joms just waiting the smoke. He won't be spotted, however, Joms. All will
Ooh,
not
yikes.
take down Baby right there after a rough skirmish. Baby takes 1 already. Ooh, Omar almost caught with his pants down, but he manages to take down Keshi already. Omar goes in for the second. Interesting stuff for USJR, just barging into the site like they own it, and Baby takes DMB. I just call it DMB for now. Sinyaba, only 1 left with a slither of HP, and he will go down to Baby.
Absolutely wonderful stuff from USGR. The pressure is here, the momentum is building, and it's very prominent from that round that they're going to be very confident, especially in this game. And that's the keys to victory that we were looking at earlier. CEC, they have the defense, they have the idea, they have the plan and everything, but instantaneously, just how much momentum and the speed that USGR just pushes into the site, it overwhelms CEC very quickly. And I feel like they need to be prepared for that kind of situation. And maybe they might be in this round moving into it. But we do see a Marshall pick from the side of USJR now with their half buys. But Dodge My Bullet does take USJR Baby instantly out, which is going to be very bad for the economy.
Oh, USJR loses 1 person already. Joms takes the brunt of that boom bot. Here comes another paint shell from Omar, and Sinyaba will go down for the time being. Spots Keshi. Prowler will be used to try and push Omar out of position. But here comes the drone coming in. Omar from behind. Quick 180 to take down DMB. And USJR seems to switch directions and flood B.
But I think Omar is going to stay behind a little bit towards the link area and try to pick someone off as they rotate. Julin with a nice firm shot from the Marshall. Very nicely done, giving them a very nice 2-man lead. Keshi here might lead his untimely demise, but no, Keshi gets the kill, picks up a ghost, peeks the corner, but not quite. Everyone's already looking at him. The aggression is there from Keshi, but he can't puncture the defenses.
I mean, we might see, some over-aggression coming in from USJR, but still, they're remaining very, very steadfast, very disciplined actually, for the time being. And Keshi will
away
decide
the
to just waste some time and, you know, not allow USJ-R to get that ultimate orb. And there it is. Round number 2 goes to USJ-R. Still very, very clean stuff from the
Absolutely,
Jaguars.
No, he's throwing the ghost to make sure that the team, that USG-R doesn't at least get a little bit of reprise from their unfortunate deaths from their teammates with their weapons. And then he makes sure that he dies to the spike and not to anything else so that the ult orbs don't get given to them. Very nicely done stuff from USG-R. The momentum, again, still there for them. It's looking very nice for USG-R. They're very comfortable, but now we're going into the bonus for them and CEC's first buy round. Now, while it is their buy round, they don't have full absolute shields. So this Marshall still might do a lot of damage to them, and it might not be as good for them. Omar with a very unfortunate bomb buddy. They're going straight back to where they started.
Omar leading the pack here. The drone will be utilized as well. They're trying to clear every angle they can. Julan just keeps on spamming to prevent anyone heading over to stairs, but Keshi takes down Baby on the off screen right there. Omar already knows one person is at drop. A quick trade there from DMB, getting 2. Julan with a headhunter picks up 1. Julan still alive, but not for long, as Blurryface helps CEC secure their first round.
And that is holding down the line that we're looking for from CEC. Absolutely impenetrable defenses. Everybody's watching a cross angle, double peeking with each other, making sure that nobody gets left out in a fight. Absolutely wonderful stuff from Dodge My Bullet. Holding drop, which some people would call a disadvantageous position if you're already spotted there. But no. For Dodge My Bullet, he is there and he is holding fort on that site, and he did it wonderfully, securing 2 kills for his team and giving them a very nice lead when it comes to the team fights. Moving into this next round, though, it does seem like they're having a little bit of a C decision.
And Omar manages to pick up the needed ultimate orb there to have his showstopper online. This is going to be prime opportunity for USJ-R to kind of stage some sort of fake whatsoever in a certain site. But Julan just waiting patiently for who gets to over-aggressive on this angle.
And it is looking like they're playing a bit more patiently due to the economy that they found themselves in because of their bonus round loss. Which is interesting, though, because usually... Oh, what a shot from Dodge My Bullet. That was an absolutely... He just swung it in just a singular bullet. What?
DMB, you know, he's supposed to dodge bullets, but he's also handing them out. Yeah.
Deliver my bullet.
Deliver my bullet should be his name, yeah.
Spectacular stuff from CEC, just holding down the fort, playing very patiently.
Oh, but Omar picks up the first against Blurryface. Showstopper will be used. Takes DMB out of the equation. Keshi runs right through it. A huge wall headshot onto Omar. That's going to give CEC the fighting chance in a 3v3. Sinokia just waiting in the back. Signals someone in drop already. Keshi applying the pressure. Just pushing, but Trick gets traded out by Sinyaba. Now it's Sinokia on the other end. Oh, in 3, but Baby in that 2v1 secures the round for USJ-R.
Wonderfully done from both sides that time around. Really well played from CEC. They really held down the fort as much as they could, but despite all that, USJ-R still very aggressive. Even though they didn't have the weaponry advantage there, they made sure that the momentum that they push through in every single round is a very common aspect we're seeing with USJ-R, is the speed at which they try to push into a site. More times than not, it overwhelms CEC. So even if they have a weapon advantage, they still don't have the composure to use it to its fullest potential.
Yeah. Speaking of, you know, unleashing the full potential, we've got Baby already with the Rolling Thunder. Might unleash this one in order to get into the site or play it post, but that's going to be up to the team. Omar tries to jump peek. There's going to be another drone right there. Spots jumps. Rolling Thunder will be utilized right away. Omar pushes right through, gets his first. Is hungry, looking for his second.
Oh, he
looks right
away.
back at the wrong moment. And there it is, another showstopper from DMB, taking down Sinokia. Baby with a quick trade into Sinyaba. And that's going to be Trick. Only needing 1 ultimate orb left for Armageddon. Couldn't quite get it. Keshi slides in to take down Trick. And here comes Julan all the way from middle. Spike still hasn't been planted. In a 1v2, Julan does have a little bit of utility that he has only the teleport left with 8 headhunters in his bag. Blurryface does not have any util left. This is going to be quite difficult for CEC to lock down, but they do have the angles. It's just up to timing and luck now as Julan gets spotted already. Takes down the first. Will he get the second? No, Keshi. Keshi will secure that round. Now it's 2-3. Still in favor of USJ-R, but CEC finally showing that they've got the fangs.
An absolute wonderful show there from Keshi. Really just, despite all the pressure that they're applying on the side of USJ-R, CEC is adapting. They're making sure that the pressure is not just their only weak point. No, Julan or Trick in that situation, I think he's practicing a little bit of trigger discipline, which unfortunately he got disciplined for, because the more that he waited, it was a higher chance that he would get spotted out. But the Rolling Thunder being expanded in that round and nothing really coming out of it is really bad for the side of USJ-R, because Rolling Thunder is huge, especially for a situation like that where the side is just ripe for the picking, just only 2 people, and off screen Sanoki gets taken out, or Sanoki takes out Keshi. Well, he's trying to hide in that little mound corner.
And just like that, no, first blood for that round goes to USJ-R, and the rest of their team are trying to kind of make their presence known already here in A site. And Julan is missing the shots, but Trick will trade him out. Blurryface gets stunned right in the face. There it is. Paint Shell. They know he's there just waiting right in the corner. Baby, oh, barely gets Blurryface. Flash will come in, will finish the job, but Sinyaba with a quick trade onto Baby. DMB does have satchels available here. He's very dangerous for the side of USJ-R. They know CEC. DMB is quite a threat here. DMB gets the first one on the Trick.
Oh, that teleport.
Sinyaba, quick teleport, takes down Sinokia and DMB.
Just like that.
Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I said DMB is quite a threat against USJ-R.
Absolutely amazing stuff. Sinyaba just teleporting behind and just discombobulating the USJ-R members. It's a 2v4, 2v3 situation that they were in, and they still managed to pull through. Dodge My Bullet and Sinyaba making sure that they're never out for the count. And with that, USJ-R moving into the next round, some people can't even buy. They're collecting their centavos in their pockets, and they're just really trying to make through with any weapon that they can. A Bucky, a Guardian, a couple of Vandals with half shields, but that's all they can afford. USJ-R is in a bad situation, but CEC is comfortably sitting on a nice full buy.
Julan has the Tour de Force available, which could make him a formidable pusher here for USJ-R. He's already clearing tree. Gets cleared right there. Omar jumps right into the fray, armed with a Bucky in hand. Keshi with a stun. Omar spots one, gets one. Keshi with a quick trade, but Julan takes him out instantaneously. CEC in a bit of a pickle, but Joms whiffs on that shot. Could have been a prime opportunity for Joms to take down at least 2, but still, it's DMB still alive, full health, full shields, full util as well.
The cross angles are there for the side of USJ-R, so I'm not sure if that's going to be enough to really secure this round.
He should play this out carefully if he wants to get this job done, but the peak,
And just like that.
the dry peak from DMB will cost him his life as Sinokia gets the 4th for USJ-R.
Sanoki holding a little bit of an off angle because he knows maybe Dodge My Bullet might just throw a paint shell into this area. It's very possible. And he did exactly that. And the off angle that he was holding was absolutely correct. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but Sinyaba used from the shadows in that round. And he tried to get for a little bit of a flank towards the A side. He teleported behind everybody on the USJ-R side. But Julan was already there waiting. So from the shadows is taken out instantaneously, and has already one member down very early into the round, really throttling the defense potential that CEC has in this situation. And with that, they're already going very aggressive towards the C site. The momentum is building. All the utils being used, and Joms gets taken out right away. Keshi with a shot of his own, and Trick taking out 2 back to back with a singular magazine.
Trick is making his presence known in this game. Prowler spots 1. Blurry Face with a spam. Couldn't quite get it, but they still have a couple of utils left to their name. Flashpoint couldn't catch anyone out. Blurry Face has to trade with DMB here. DMB, oh, Blurry Face gets 1. DMB gets caught in the fray, and Baby. What a good initiation from Trick right there.
Yeah, very nicely done from Trick. The Keshi was there with the Bucky. He did manage to take out 1, but Trick retaliates with 2 of his own, making sure that man potential or man advantage is still towards the side of USJ-R. And with that, that is 2 rounds in the pockets of USJ-R with a nice, comfortable advantage for them, even when it comes to economy. Because now they have their full buys, uniformity on the side of USJ-R. Full Vandals, full Shields, full everything. And they do have the Tejo and the From the Shadows, which may cause a little bit of chaos.
This should be quite chaotic as Trick already has Armageddon up, and Omar just needs a single point to get the Showstopper online. He's going to be getting that ultimate point right there.
And just like that, the Showstopper is ready.
Showstopper is ready. Double Satchel still available as well. Drone will be used to try and spot out anyone hiding in the corner. Ooh. Spots the Cypher right there. It's going to be Joms. Already spotted with his presence at the A site. Julan, oh, what a ballsy move. Just dry peeking up against 2. Fresh off the smoke, but Baby and the rest of the squad will run towards A site with a quick kill from Baby and Trick right there. They secure A site, but still 2 duelists alive. Keshi and DMB
both
still alive. There it is. The Showstopper will be used. Julan takes on Sinyaba. DMB with a quick kill. DMB spots Julan, but Julan with a better angle, better shot. There it is. The Armageddon will be used to delay the defuse as well. And Trick forces him out of position as he gets the kill.
Very nicely done stuff from Trick, using the ultimate to really push him off of the site and then have him walk into his line of sight just to secure it. Very nicely done from them, but Dodge My Bullet and Keshi, that double duelist is really putting in the work, making sure that they're doing their jobs. Absolutely, in every way, shape, and form, the duelists are dueling, and they're really making sure that the pressure is there. They're applying it in every way, shape, or form, and they're really trying to make sure that the team does not fall apart. But with that being said, unfortunately, they are at a 3-round deficit. USJ-R standing strong and firm with no sign of falling over.
And they still have a couple of ultimates available as well. Some AoE ultimates even. Rolling Thunder and Showstopper. Quite a good combo if you want to make a push towards C-Side right here. But instead of 1, that's going to be Keshi and Joms guarding this site right now. Another Paint Shell will be used to push Joms off position. Keshi, we're just waiting in the corner. Hasn't been spotted, I think. But there it is. Another util will be used just to clear out that corner. But for the meantime, speaking of, nice things, I mean, have you seen the new skin? The Blackthorn?
I have not seen the Blackthorn.
Oh, you haven't seen Blackthorn? Oh my goodness me. You're missing out on something huge, buddy. I mean, the Blackthorn, one of the newest skins in Valorant has been, I think it was Blurry Face who has it, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll keep an eye out for that.
I've seen it in the game where someone had a Blackthorn skin being used in this matchup. And right then and there, we're back into our game. Let's look for the Blackthorn.
Yeah,
I'll show you the
Blackthorn. I'm looking at Blurry Face for a little bit. Make sure that I see that skin, because it sounds like when you're hyping it up, pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good. It's kind of similar to the kind of hype that the Prime has.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that because it has edges and stuff. But speaking of edges, USJ-R has the upper edge heading towards this side right here. Nightfall will be used. Absolutely lots of marks right there. Trick is one of them. Gets stunned with a relay bolt as well. They're rushing to the side, but Omar with a quick kill onto Joms. But Sinyaba, quick 2K right there. Gets his 2. He only has 60 HP left. Sinokia takes down DMB. Oh, what a mistime from Sinyaba. Very, very good timing from Julan and Omar to get that 2K. And right now, USJ-R with a 4-round lead.
USJ-R had every single disadvantage on their side, but they still pushed through. They still held strong, and even Keshi used his ultimate on Neon. Very nicely done. The overdrive was absolutely just almost perfect because they were stunned by his util. They were already decayed by the Nightfall, and all he had to do was just pull through with that ultimate. But unfortunately, he got taken out right away, right when he peaked that, right when he jumped over that wall. It's an extremely unfortunate disadvantage that he had. Just 3 people already looking at him, expecting that kind of play.
Absolutely. When you've got 3 people looking at you already at an angle, it's kind of hard to negotiate with who you get to peek on first.
Yeah,
But
even like no matter what kind of advantage you have, it's still going to be a very difficult situation to handle.
yeah, unless you have a showstopper.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the one situation.
One situation where you can just peek 3 people at once if you manage to get it off right away. But right now, USJ-R playing a bit more tactically, waiting for CEC to make a move here. They're gonna play some reaction strat here. Oh, spots one. Keshi gets spotted already. USJ-R is gonna signal them to rush towards the site. Rolling Thunder will be used. Omar jumps right into the fray here. Gets met with an arrow to the face, but Trick will take down Blurry Face. It's gonna be 1 person down. DMB takes down Baby already, but the plant will go down. Sinokia takes him out. Sinokia, Keshi, armed only with a judge, picks up the rifle right there. Quick paranoia from Senyaba, but Sinokia and Julan take a kill apiece. That's up to Joms. Oh,
Firm
big
headshot.
damage. Joms, gets 1, gets
2.
the second, almost.
Almost.
Gets the third, but Omar
Almost.
just waiting right there with full HP and full shields, by the way.
Jom's almost doing an absolute masterclass with that revolver in hand. The sheriff almost took the names of the wanted people, but unfortunately he fell short. On the final kill, Omar ending his potential clip, securing the round for USJ-R. A nice, firm, comfortable 5-round lead. The economy's in their favor, but this time around CEC does have some higher caliber weapons to really give USJ-R a run for their money, because that's exactly what they need to do, because they have a lot of it in their pockets when it comes to economy.
Speaking of deep pockets, it's kind of interesting to see how CEC managed to do some good ecos in the previous round to get some ample weaponry here in the last round of the first half. But Sinokia just takes out Joms through the wall, and Keshi in the off-screen taking down Julan. That's a big upgrade for him, a Vandal. That's going to be Keshi just securing other parts of the map. The entirety of USJ-R trying to get right through, but Sinyaba takes down Omar. Trick doesn't have any util left. This is very precarious situation for USJ-R. They're 3 up against 4, and Keshi has already secured the other side of this map, and Baby will just have to wait things out.
This was a very interesting play. You saw the teleport there. He went towards the backside. Fake towards
what?
B. Everyone rotated. Sinokia, absolute masterclass, gets a 3K off of that ult to displace everybody, make them think that they're going towards B. He even committed a whole smoke towards that fake, and he comes back and gets 3 of his own. But do they expect Keshi to already be back?
Keshi.
No, they don't.
Oh, what?
He loses the fight. Trick takes him out, and the plant still goes down.
How could you lose that, Keshi? There was such
That
a
was so
crucial kill, but Sinyaba takes down Sinokia already, and he reloaded
Caught,
at the wrong
unfortunately.
time. And Trick will finish the half in the lead for USJ-R. You can see the fist bump wasn't reciprocated right there, but take a look at this replay, Zico.
Sinokia, that play, I don't think we recognized that well enough, because he teleported back. He faked a smoke towards B. Everyone already got off-site, started rotating, and by the time they came back, Sinokia was already watching every angle that they possibly could have came back from. That is such a good commitment of that ult. So nicely done, getting them a comfortable plant and everything. But I don't know. It was such a good play from the side of USJ-R, and they've all played around it so well. But CEC almost brought it back for them, despite whatever play that USJ-R was doing. But unfortunately, with that being said, USJ-R did take the round. It's a nice 6-round lead for them.
See, this is the advantage that Tejo brings to the table. You can see that his salvo is just way too amazing, but Baby and Omar gets their own pieces, but gets traded right back with Joms and Blurryface. Now it's a 3v3 once again. Julan flanking, or lurking rather. Couldn't quite, finish off some utils right here. He does have a tripwire to deal with, but DMB just casually waiting up in mound right there in sands. Julan waiting in the corner, waiting for a rotate to come in, but Joms
Just knows.
gets the upper hand.
Sniffs him out.
Takes Julan out. There it is. Oh, what a good timing on the stun from Trick.
That salvo was spectacular.
Ooh, Trick finishes the round with a 2K. What a spectacular special delivery right there from Trick.
Yeah, that was absolutely amazing. That was just like right on point, extremely just slowing him down right away. Just making sure that that C4 does not pull through and making him like take, because that could have been potentially pretty bad. But with that, Tejo utility, just like that, cut short, and USJ-R taking the first round of the second half, moving into their first half bye, potentially moving into a bonus. But CEC moving into a site that they may not know is completely clear, because USJ-R is nobody in towards the C site. But I think with all the gunfighters going on, they are making themselves known on this area.
Yeah, they thought somebody was guarding C because, what do you expect from a second round, pistol round win on Lotus? You usually just get right into it. But Julan still waiting very patiently in A, waiting for whoever crosses that angle is going to be in a bit of a pickle here, especially Joms, who doesn't have any armor whatsoever. Oh, they know Julan is there. Now they've spotted him. Armed with a Marshall. Sinyaba does have the smoke still up and running. Puts it down. Couple of smokes coming in from Sinokia as well. Trick takes down DME and the Austria. There it is, Julan with a quick 2K.
Make it 3.
Snipe in half. There it is, the headhunter, but Sinokia comes out from the wall, and that's going to be another round for USJ-R.
An absolutely textbook amazing round for USJ-R because nobody died. An absolutely beautiful, flawless round. Julan with a nice, firm 2K on that angle. The link is his fort, and he is guarding it with that Marshall. Very nicely done from him. And with that, every single weapon that they bought in their previous round is moving into the next round. The best kind of situation for a bonus round. But Baby still opts to buy a Vandal, so I guess he might just be more comfortable with it.
Yep, he just might be, but Omar takes down Joms as he runs towards the fray. Trick takes down Keshi as well. Omar and Trick, Baby, the trifecta from USJ-R with a quick cleanup against CSE.
Wonderfully done from them. Even if they're on defense, they still just go through. They still just push through, and they make sure that we're on attack now. We're on the offensive, and we're making sure that you guys are just not. They're not going to take any space. I can count how long that round took on both of my hands. That was just textbook. Completely just a waterfall of pressure onto CEC, and CEC is drowning.
Yeah, they've just applied so much pressure that CEC couldn't quite make it out as Omar.
Omar, relax.
Already takes down Keshi.
That was a flick and a half.
Omar, hungry for more. The drone from the back. Omar gets his second, but Joms with a quick trade. And Joms gets his second as well. Baby takes down Joms. DMB with the Bucky takes down Baby, but it's up to Sinokia now. And Julan up against Sinyaba, and there it is,
like
ladies and gentlemen. Game has been won over by the USJ Jaguars. They draw first blood against the CC Blue Dragons.
All they have to do is win the second one so they can break their draw streak. But with the performance that they've been doing, absolutely, I feel like they could. But we can't discredit the CEC for what they've been doing, because they have the rounds in their hands so many times. It's a 1v1 or a situation where it's like a 2v3 and they still bring it down to at least a 2v1 or something like that. But they just can't reach out and grab the round for themselves every single time. CEC just needs to secure their rounds. But with that being said, what's done is done. CEC did what they did. USJ-R taking the first match, and very confidently, hopefully, they'll break their draw streak.
Yeah, if they break their draw streak, it's going to be big news for them as well, because
huge.
That means they get to jump right into second place.
Right into second. That's
Speaking
such a good
of
spot for them too.
Yeah, speaking of closing rounds, I think the keys to victory was assigned for USJ-R,
Yeah.
which they managed to do.
Yeah.
But right now, for game number 2, on Breeze, it seems like CEC will have to take note of closing the rounds with our MVP right here is Trick. I mean, was there even a question on who was the MVP? Trick
I mean, he
just
has
had
300 ACS.
300 ACS, yeah. And the timing that Trick has during that round was just absolutely sublime. He was on point. The salvo, the Armageddon, the special delivery, even the drones were so annoying to deal with that CEC just couldn't quite catch a break.
Yeah, absolutely not. It was just wonderfully done every single. And the thing about Tejo as well is that the amount of potential that he has to deny space, to take space, to make sure people get pushed back, to get intel. Tejo's such a flexible, every situation possible kind of character, and Trick was just using it in every situation possible as he is supposed to be using it. Very nicely done from Trick. Absolutely deserved MVP in my opinion. A nice 300 ACS to really just put the nail in the coffin for CEC. And just wonderfully done for USJ-R as a whole. But we can't discredit the people on the CEC side, because they did have some standouts. The Keshi and the
Keshi and DMB, yeah.
The Keshi and the DMB combo was just, like as I was saying, even in the highlight, they're both getting a piece each. Wonderfully done from them. They're applying pressure on every single round, and they're making sure that at least a little bit of damage is done.
Yeah, and that teleport earlier from Sinyaba was just nasty.
Yeah, it was
teleporting right in front of the boombot. It just comes up from behind, and nothing personal, kid. Takes him out of the equation. But Trick, you can see right here, another, just another way of Trick forcing people out of their positions. DMB has been a threat for USJ-R during the opening rounds, but at the end of the day, USJ-R figured him out, found his weakness, found a way to stop Keshi and DMB from ever snowballing, and USJ-R just didn't look back from there.
Absolutely not. Wonderfully done from them. Really just absolutely just all around. USJ-R just making sure that every aspect of the game was going in their favor. And with that, let's take a little bit of a peek into the more articulate side of stuff after these wonderful highlights, because the whole game was a highlight in my opinion. CEC and USJ-R, they were all playing wonderfully.
Yeah.
All around.
I mean, all of them. There wasn't a single dead weight whatsoever.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Everyone in their team just practically contributed to the entire performance of the respective teams right here. And we can even take a look at this one from Joms earlier, where he just took down Julan with a quick wall headshot. But look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is our post-game statistics. You can see USJ-R, the trifecta of Trick, Omar, and Sinokia just leading the pack.
Very nicely done from them. And as we were saying, Keshi and Dajmabula, the top two on the CEC side as well. Very nicely done from the both of them. They're both really just pushing through for their team, doing their job as the duelists. And the deaths are high for the both of them, but that's a sacrifice you take when you pick a duelist role. You know what I mean? You just make sure you get traded out. You get your one, you get traded. It's fine. It's all good.
Getting
as long
your
as the
one.
team. Yeah, you get your one. You got to get your one. Absolutely. Very nicely done from everybody on this leaderboard. As we can see, is just all across the board. Very nice stats on everybody. But the only problem for CEC is they just need to reach out and just grab the round. They have that momentum on so many different rounds, but just they just fall short, just barely towards the end, and it's just heartbreaking to see every single time for the side of CEC because they could have had that.
Yeah, I mean, they even got the game even at 3-all.
Yeah, they did.
At a certain point, yeah, and they did have some sort of advantage in the early parts of the game, but
right after that, it just went downhill.
Yeah, when USJ-R finally figured out their offense, especially against DMB and Keshi, finding a way to stop those two was kind of their own way of getting the match in their favor. And that's, yeah, as you can see on your screens right there, that's going to be a dominant performance from USJ-R, ending the match 13-3. And ladies and gentlemen, that is just extremely, extremely good coming in from USJ-R. They are poised to break their draw streak right here. But CEC, well, they're not going down without a fight.
Yeah, and I feel like dominance is such a good word to use for USJ-R and what they did in that game, because every single round they were controlling the momentum so heavily, and it was so obvious that they were with how aggressive they were being and how much it was paying off for them. So all around for the side of USJ-R, dominance is absolutely the number one word we could have used in this headline. And CEC, they just need to practice that. It was in the keys to victory. Just stand strong with your defenses, and just USJ-R is going to fall into your hands if you just have that strong enough of a defense that you can back up and just make sure that USJ-R just crumbles with how confident they usually are.
Yeah, and you know, speaking of confident, we are very confident that we are, you know, right in front of the entire stream, live streaming right here at CEL, and all of this couldn't be possible without our sponsors, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to give thanks to Virginia Food Incorporated. Basta hot dog!
Virginia!
All right, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. We'd also like to give our thanks to Smart PLDT. Smart, live more today, and PLDT, leading and inspiring Filipinos to create a better tomorrow.
Absolutely, and with that, we also have PC Express, the people that are providing us with these wonderful PCs, your one-stop shop for all your digital needs.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd also like to give thanks to our official apparel sponsor. That's going to be Crayon Lab, ladies and gentlemen, for your one-stop shop for premium prints and custom designs. We'd also like to give thanks to our venue partner, which we are currently here right now, the Cebu Institute of Technology University, for giving us a space to host the CISAFI Esports League Season 4.
And a great one at that.
Yeah, very, very nice place, actually. Even for us casters, like, we have a very good, comfortable spot for the entire team, the entire production team as well for the CISAFI Esports League Season 4.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're all very thankful for our venue partner,
Very
ladies
much
and
so.
gentlemen. And, you know, just to remind all our viewers right now, we're live on YouTube, Smart, Pusupi, and Facebook as well. Invite your friends, invite your family, invite your co-workers.
Share the stream to everybody.
Share the stream, yeah. Comment below who is your favorite team to win the game versus USJ-R and CEC. Ladies and gentlemen, the comments is open. There's even a poll going
There
on
is a
right
poll,
now.
yeah.
So you can take a vote on that or support your fellow CISAFI schools in this live stream.
You gotta represent the team.
Yeah.
Because we have some good ones all around, and the league is popping nowadays because everybody's just showing their all in every single one of these games. The improvements we've seen from all these teams, absolutely phenomenal. So now's a better time than ever. Every single season it just gets better and better all around here in CEL. So make sure that your friends and family do not miss out. Share the stream, pass it all around. And with that, we're gonna move into our second game on Breeze. We see wonderful agent picks all around. I mean, it's kind of standard-ish, especially with the Viper picks on either side for Breeze and the Sova picks. The Omen is also kind of and I wouldn't really say a safe pick for smokes, but having a double smoke on their team would be really nice because you could hold down the fort with Viper a lot. So I feel like she's more of holding down the fort kind of smokes than Omen has for denial of information and everything.
And not to mention the fact that Sinokia is once again on the Omen. He had shown great performance
He was
in
great
the
on
previous game, and I think he's going to bring it here in game number 2. But in
Yeah.
spite of that, CEC will have a Sentinel, whereas USJ-R does not.
They do
So
not.
this is going to be where the difference maker could be. It's going to be Sinyaba on the Killjoy, which, you know, could spell some disaster for USJ-R, especially, you know, B site where it's kind of a big, just open area for fragging and whatnot. But if you have a turret shooting at you while you're having a skirmish with one duelist or one agent, that's going to be very, very annoying to deal with.
Yeah, it's absolutely going to just discombobulate you. All your momentum that you may have had built up going into the site is just going to shatter through your fingertips, and it's going to be very disappointing. Like, look at the B site.
Yeah.
It's absolutely littered with everything related to Killjoy.
That's a very dirty, dirty B site right there. Littered to the brim, but Joms with a quick 2K snaps his head and gets 2 quick kills from CEC to start off the first round.
Within the smoke, making that smoke his domain, but with he gets a third one as well. He's just on a roll, making sure USJ-R does not pull through. He gets taken out, but Dodge My Bullet is right behind him to support him with the refrag. Keshi going for the ghost, reloading, holding down 4 here. USJ-R finding themselves in a very unfortunate 4v1 situation. And everyone's just going to be pushing him. The confidence is there. Keshi jump peeking. Gets taken out. Trick right behind him. Oh, Trick with a 3K.
Ain't no way.
Collateral. Will he pull through with his 4K for the site?
Ain't no way, Trick.
Don't do it to him.
Don't do it to him. It was a very impossible situation for Trick right there.
They just lined up.
They just lined up for him. And right
Don't
now
do
it's
it.
up against Trick and Blurryface. Will it be one of CEC's stalwart players versus Trick right there? And Blurryface takes him out.
Had it.
Yeah, he denies the clutch
You almost
from
had
Trick.
it. Trick. All you had to do was hit that one last shot. You hit 3 spectacular ones. You just needed one more.
Take a look at
One
this.
flicked for the 2 collateral. All you needed to do was hit that last one on mid. But with that, an absolutely heartbreaking shutdown from Blurryface. And I did see the new skins you were talking about. Those knives are pretty nice.
Yeah, I told you, right?
They are pretty good.
They're pretty good.
But with that, we do see the buys coming through for the side of CEC. And of course, USJ-R just completely on the lower hand when it comes to the economy.
Oh, what a long-range shot from Sinokia right there. Dealing a bit of damage towards the Viper.
Any
on the
damage
other
is good
end.
damage.
Yeah, any damage is good damage as long as it's not to you.
Yeah.
Right? That's it. That's a mantra for every single FPS player in this room right now. But DMB, he's on the Clove right now. Kind of a duelist controller mix-up within Clove.
Yeah,
because
a lot of
that's how
people play it
Clove
like
is
that.
usually played, right?
Yeah, a lot of people play Clove in that kind of sense because of the fact that she does have the overheal and the potential for huge plays with the 2 lives.
Yeah, the Not Dead Yet can actually be a very, very annoying skill to deal with, but the rest of USJ-R seems to be playing a bit more slower in this matchup, but Keshi takes out Omar, who slid right through. DMB, quick kill. Keshi gets his 3rd. Now it's up to Sinokia on the other end, but Sinyaba will clean it up, and 2-0 for CEC.
CEC is looking good already coming into this 3rd round. Going into this 3rd round, they do have a bonus though, so whether they opt to keep their Spectres in their hands or purchase a new set of weaponry is all up to them. But Keshi with a spectacular 3K, Sinyaba securing the round for them on towards mid. USJ-R tried to take a little bit of a slower approach, taking as much space as they can within that mid area, and then just flooding into the B side. But unfortunately, they were caught with 3 Spectres just holding down fort, taken out right away.
Oh, Keshi has to back off. He heard Omar just absolutely bunny hopping into the site right there. But Keshi gets the upper hand, takes down Omar, doesn't have any relay bolt. The wall is used as well, but Baby takes him out. Saythok gets kill onto Sinyaba. Saythok in the game. Baby. Keshi still fighting, but Trick takes him out. The Bucky, what? The Bucky just shot some feathers at Joms. Very unfortunate stuff for CEC, but Blurryface is still alive. 2 low HP members
So 1
of
HP, not even
USJ-R.
low.
Yeah.
They're just-
Low is an understatement.
Low is an understatement.
Yeah.
He breathes on them, they're dead. But with that, Baby just takes him out, doesn't even give him a chance to even show how low they really are. Securing the 1st round for USJ-R. Very nice for them. That is the round that they needed as well, because 3 people stayed up. They're keeping the weapons from the previous round, and CEC might not be as happy within their economy for that, because some people did opt for a little bit of an upgrade from the Spectres that they kept from their first buy round. So it's going to be a bit rough for them. They do have a couple of half buys and a singular Sheriff. So USJ-R does have the upper hand when it comes to the economy and the weaponry. But when it comes to the Spirit, does that still stand?
I mean, Spirit, that's kind of a
That's like
debatable, debatable aspect, you know. Both of these teams definitely in good spirits to fight one another in this group stage matchup.
But who wants it more?
Oh, that's a good question. Really, really good question as to who wants it more right here. Joms will get spotted being in the corner. Relay Bolt will be utilized to just absolutely deny and force Joms out of the corner. Keshi still alive. Relay Bolt will be used. And that's going to be quite a stalemate here. They're waiting patiently, but Joms, Sinokia, and Baby. Blurryface with his own kill. DMB onto Saystock. DMB still alive, but Baby takes him out. 1v2.
Spectacular stuff on both of these sides. Just going back and forth. Baby takes a shot, but does not quite connect. But that one does. A 3K for him. The Blade Storm is popped. Does not connect, and unfortunately for him, every single knife just hitting, just drawing a nice, beautiful circle around him, and just falling apart. CEC secures the round, 2-round lead for them. Very nice, very comfortable. The weaponry is very much there as well. USJ-R, such an unfortunate situation to lose on. They had every advantage for them, but then it just fell apart little by little. Baby popping his ult as well. It's going to be a very bad, unfortunate loss for him. The kit is just going to be falling apart from there. That's such a big potential for an ult, and just like that, it's gone. But moving into this 5th round, the economy is kind of balanced, but unfortunately for USJ-R, they are on the slightest lower hand with how their weaponry is going to be treating them. Trick with a nice firm headshot, just denying the hold towards mid. Shooting Dodgeball bullet just a little bit, leaving him at half HP. Blurryface still on the site, holding down fort.
DMB had to back off, and so does Blurryface. He gets pushed right through. Saythok takes him out of the equation. Baby and the rest of the squad of USJ-R manages to secure B site for the taking. DMB has to hide for a bit here, just waiting for his teammates to come in and regroup. Rendezvous on towards B. The wall will be used as well. Recon Bolt hits him, however, he has to stay low for quite a bit, but Baby shoots him right through the wall, and DMB spots one. Trick takes him out, but Baby cleans house. That's going to be USJ-R's 2nd straight round.
3 people just shooting straight at him. USJ-R, they needed that big bump in economy, and that's exactly what they got. You know, the weaponry was not quite there for them, but all the half the vandals that they have on their end is just fully just robbed off of the bodies of CEC members. And just like that, CEC members are left with nothing but schmeckles in their pockets. Barely pocket change to be able to purchase just a couple of half buys and shields. And with that, USJ-R, they're trying to climb out of this round deficit that they have, but will CEC let them do that?
It's quite a long recon dart right there to try and clear whoever's guarding mid. But it seems like nobody's guarding that one except for Sinyaba. All the way towards B site, however. Omar leading the pack here. That's going to be a wall up being used. Sinyaba knows someone is right in the corner, but Baby patiently waits. He gets traded by Blurryface, however, almost instantaneously. Blurryface gets taken down, dodged one bullet. Takes down Omar. You guys still have metal to be used. Picks up the Vandal now. DMB is being a big threat right now. Hunter's Fury will be used. Spots no one. There it is. Saythok and Trick take him out. DMB pulls out. Did not dead yet, but Trick takes him out, and Sinokia will clean house. And USJ-R ties the game.
That is exactly what they needed to do. USJ-R is making sure that CEC does not have a choice but to let them come through. But with that, they keep the weaponry from the previous round. Very comfortable for the side of USJ-R. Full buys, again with the uniformity on their end. And the side of CEC, they're coming back when it comes to the economy. They have the rifles in their pockets. Only one Spectre of a deficit towards their end, but the rifles are there. Only disadvantage are the half shields.
Don't you see something similar happening here in game number 2?
Yeah.
They're tied at 3-all, and last game it was CEC who won the pistol, but right now it's USJ-R. Or did USJ-R win the pistol?
The thing is that they're good early game, CEC, but
Yeah.
I don't know if they get overwhelmed or I don't understand what it is for them, but they just fall apart. A lot of damage taken there from the KJ Molly. Unfortunate for him, really early on too. Ooh,
Unfortunate, but Omar will go down. Saythok with a quick trade. Trick does his job as well, being the initiator and all. Gets his second kill. Sinokia in the off screen at elbow takes down Keshi. Now it's up to Joms. Full utility. In a 1v4. 2 players waiting for him. Saythok just runs right through, and Saythok takes out Joms, and USJ-R mounting and completing the comeback.
the peaks are there, but Joms is just not connecting the bullets, and that's kind of what you need to do in this game to be able to secure these rounds, but it's not pulling through. It's just unfortunate for the side of CEC. One by one, they all fall down, especially when it comes to holding down the site. Everyone gets their one, but then USJ-R is already in position with how quickly they manage to take space every single round. And it doesn't even change. From the previous game that we saw, that does not change when it comes to defense or them playing on defense. So CEC just needs to make sure, again, the keys to victory need to be utilized here. Hold down the fort with the utilities and the defenses that you set up. Play around it, play well with it, and just shut down USJ-R with the full confidence that they push in with.
Well, that's kind of easier said than done. Play well with it. That's going to be what CEC needs to be able to do right here as Trick completes the job against Blurry Face. Omar,
Ooh, the Bucky in hand.
Finally the Bucky gets some use out of CEC right there.
But everyone already rotated out of B, and the plant goes down way over on the other side.
Oh, baby. Up against
Ooh.
2, gets 1. DMB still alive, however. Saythok
From
onto
behind.
Keshi. From behind will take him out. Now it's a 2v3. CEC Sinyaba just needs 2 ultimate orb points to get this one, but Sinokia waiting at the right angle.
Ooh.
DMB, however, gets his first against Baby. That is second, if I'm not mistaken. There's no time. He just has
Oh, a
to
flick.
run for it. Oh, will he get this last one? No, he won't. Sinokia will just opt to live for another day with full HP and full shields.
Absolutely spectacular, completely unscathed coming out of that round, both when it comes to the economy and when it comes to health. Because he doesn't need to buy anything but utilities, so it's barely going to have any effect on him. But Dodge My Bullet really making an impact when it comes to the economy on the enemy team, taking down as many people as he can before he gets the round unfortunately taken away from him. Just buying time really nicely on the side of Sinokia. He's just really playing around the fact that the bomb has a timer and just not really peeking too heavily.
Yeah, not peeking too heavily, especially dry peeking,
Yeah.
is going to be one of the key factors that CEC might have to adjust here. But Keshi takes down Omar. Right through the smoke right there. DMB just waiting, has to back off for the time being. I mean, there's 3 people waiting for you on the other side. Backing off would be the optimal choice right here.
That is-
Joms. Oh, Joms starting to make his way all the way from
Downtown.
behind. Just patiently creeping towards B.
Especially in the situation if they rotate.
Oh, there it
Ooh,
is.
as I say that, he takes one while they try to rotate out of that area, but they already know he's there. So will a pincer maneuver be practiced here, or will he just hold down the fort?
Joms just absolutely making this an extremely difficult position for USJ-R, not allowing them to even rotate because of his presence down at middle. Saythok does have the Viper Spit available. Even the smoke orb will be used right there, but DMB takes down Baby for the first kill. DMB
Ooh.
almost gets tricked, but Trick just outplays CEC, and they've
As a
managed
whole.
to gain control of the site. Saithok does have his Viper Spit as well.
There it is.
It's going to be utilized. Now it's up to Joms now. Joms and Blurryface does have the Hunter Sphere available for Trick. Joms, you got to get spotted right here. Blurryface has to face horrors beyond comprehension. The Viper Spit no more. But Trick,
7 HP.
7 HP, Joms finishes the job in CEC, putting up quite a fight against USJ-R.
This time around, they are fighting absolutely strong, which is ironic because this is not their map pick. Their map pick was the previous map, and coming into Breeze is just they're really fighting strong, and I think they more have learned from the play style that USJ-R had practiced in the previous rounds or previous game and rounds within this game. So they're really just adapting and they're playing around it really well, and they're making sure they're not getting overwhelmed, and they're playing a bit more methodically, because around the chaos that USJ-R tries to build up and everything, it's exactly what you need is a plan. You need to be a bit more calm and collected so that you can navigate the chaos that USJ-R tries to plant into the game, determining the momentum of it.
Yeah, and USJ-R, they are masters of causing so much chaos.
Absolutely.
That makes CEC crumble. But CEC,
That's what makes it difficult for CEC to really hold down the fort. I mean, like you said, it's easier said than done. I keep on reiterating the keys to victory, but I guess CEC is really difficult to do, especially with how much they flood into the site with all the utility being used in exact spots.
There it is, a quick dash right into the site. Saithok all the way from behind gets his second. Even takes down the lockdown, but Blurryface, what a whiff right there. Trick takes him out. Keshi doesn't have any dashes available, or slides rather. Keshi, DMB takes on the first. 2v2 now. DMB gets the second. Will he get the third? No, he won't.
No, he won't.
But Keshi finishes the job, and we're tied at 5 once more.
5v5 USJ-R. They might be getting a bit nervous here because CEC is fighting strong. And, you know, dare I say, this might be the 4th draw for the side of USJ-R, and they're just going to be staying comfortably on the 4th position. High risk. The CEC cannot be counted out yet. They're adapting. They're playing really nicely around each other nowadays. Not nowadays, but within this game, they're just absolutely holding down the fort, and they're just really doing it well. We said it's easier said than done, but CEC is just making sure that it's just easier, because that's exactly what they're doing, and they're catching up to USJ-R. They're getting them nervous to peak anything at this point, and maybe even just get it to a draw.
And Senyaba positions himself at middle. Recon Dart, the Owl Drone, is it? Spots one. The rest of the team trying to take it slow for the time being, but that's going to be DMB already at 5 HP.
Absolutely devastating situation to be in very early on into the round. But despite that, he still takes a more aggressive situation. Not Dead Yet is popped, and he peaks instantaneously, but everybody towards mid is already running out, making sure just to expend the Not Dead Yet as quick as possible. Will he manage to get one? No, he does not. He falls just barely short and gets taken out. And as I say that, Omar takes out Kaishi on the B site. From the shadows gets used, spike in hand. Baby lurking towards mid, taking one of his own as Blurryface does the same on Trick. The spike gets planted on B. From the shadows, utilized very nicely to really just secure the plant as quickly as possible. Blurryface roaming around towards mid, making sure he does not get caught off guard. But Joms is already behind them towards B main. He's towards elbow now, just holding every corner. Blurryface looking towards Arc, maybe finding somebody to pick off, but USJ-R is just playing patiently. They're playing nicely. They're biding their time.
Snake Bite still available, but Baby takes him out. Jumps with the first, and Omar slides his way to USJ-R's 6th round. And this is shaping up to be quite the matchup.
Quite the spectacular matchup. They keep on going back and forth and just taking the lead back and forth. But USJ-R is the only one that's been taking the lead thus far, though. Because CEC, they had the lead early on, but ever since then, they have not brought it back. So USJ-R is holding on to the lead, or holding on to at least the upper hand within this game. And once again, we do see them towards the upper hand within this game because they do have the weaponry advantage, they have the economy advantage, and they have a couple of ultimates up their sleeve. But CC also has the same. Anybody's round this time around, and we'll see how USJ-R and CEC play around each other here.
USJ-R not wasting any time as DMB goes down right through the smoke. They don't know Blurface. They're just waiting right around the corner all the way in back sight. Blurface will not get Omar. Instead, it's the other way around, but Sinyaba takes Omar down. Sinyaba waiting in the corner, but Baby wreaking havoc on the other side. Jobs takes him out
no
in
scope.
the air. But Sinyaba and Saithok get a kill apiece. Now it's a 1v2. Sinyaba up against 2. Snake bite. And the smoke orb still available, but Sinokia spots Sinyaba just at the right moment. And that's going to be USJ-R ending the first half in the lead.
Absolutely building up the gap, but right as that happens, switching sides. And we saw how USJ-R played, especially, or not especially, but even on the defensive side, they're aggressing in every single situation they can, making sure that CEC has no breathing room. And if they adapt that same playstyle here towards Breeze, I'm not sure how that's going to play out because there are a lot of angles that you can hold, especially on the attacker side, to really perform pincers and stuff like that. And a lot of situations might not favor the more aggressive kind of defense playstyle. So we were going to see a very different USJ-R this time around, but maybe the same for CEC.
Sinokia arming that paranoia quite well. Forces them out of the way, but DMB and Sinyaba take a kill apiece. Keshi will take down Sinokia, but Joms goes down. And now CEC with the plant and the position in middle. But Saithok, the off-screen, taking down Sinyaba. Keshi does still have the relay bolt available to his name. Saithok just waiting patiently in the corner alongside Trick. They're gonna wait for whatever recon Trick has on CEC. Blurryface takes down Saithok. And it's up to Trick. 1v3. Oh!
Everyone's 1 HP on the CEC
Everyone's
side.
1 HP. There's just one shot away from Trick. What can Trick do? Gets his first. Oh, 1v2 now. Oh, there goes the second. Shock dart still available. Is there enough time, however?
I don't think
Trick?
there is.
Yeah, I don't think so. Quite unfortunate for Trick right there.
And the
He
battlefield
did have the weapon, he had the HP, he had the positioning. It's just that there's just no time.
Yeah, he was playing whack-a-mole for the side of CEC. They're just peeking their heads out, in and out, and just barely just being able to pull off a couple of shots on a couple of people. But when it comes to the third, unfortunately, he fell just barely short because Blurryface just got away. But everybody died to the spike. So the battlefield is quiet. And everybody's just falling flat. But CEC's making sure that they get back up. USJ-R is making sure to try and hold CEC back down. And both of these teams are just going neck and neck. CEC with a little bit of an advantage when it comes to the weaponry. But that never counted USJ-R out.
Yeah, you should never count USJ-R out, especially, USJ-R Baby, who had been in CEL since Season 2. He's way more experienced than Sinokia even, I might say, because he was in the championship team of USJ-R back in Season 2, but right now, DMB already spots 2. Right down the middle, Joms will have to rotate this time around. Omar as well. And look at that, CEC changing the pace.
Yeah, we see USJ-R completely shift in their playstyles. Because in the previous round, we saw them aggress, we saw them push through, we saw them be really confident with everything that they were doing, and that's 3 people instantaneously down, which is 100% could be a deciding factor within a round. And as I say that, CEC is flooding into the site, the Viper wall really throttling down. Saithok just barely looking away at the wrong time. The plant's already going down. Oh, dodgeball bullet from behind, but just barely gets a shot off. Sinokia taking out Kaishi as well as he slides in. Joms takes one of his own. It's a 3v3 situation on the bomb. Omar's taken out Blurryface with a nice, smooth slide. Defuse coming through with Baby, sticking it, going towards half. Trick peeking from a different angle, takes out Sinyaba. And just like that, the defuse comes through beautifully. Very nicely done for the side of USJ-R. The retake is beautiful and spectacular.
Absolutely amazing stuff there from USJ-R. Just not allowing CEC to get the momentum in their favor. They're just cutting it off right then and there.
Yeah, the momentum needs to be stripped from the side of CEC because they might be getting that little gusto in, and USJ-R is trying to make sure they're staying humble.
Yeah.
But CEC, they keep fighting back, and it's that resilience that's going to get them out of the situation that they're in.
8-6, still in favor of USJ-R, but CEC putting up a bit more of a fight here compared to game number 1. It seems like what you've mentioned, Kiko, that they've heard the keys to victory and starting to implement it in this game. Omar in elbow, just waiting for whoever to cross this one, but there's an alarm bot just waiting in the corner. CEC just patiently waiting for USJ-R to overcommit right here.
Absolutely. USJ-R is just playing it patiently. And CEC getting one taken down already. Omar taking one. He takes a second of his own, and Baby's right behind him to get one as well. It's already a 5v1 situation with a spike down. Keshi just barely holding the angle. He tries to get away with it, but USJ-R Baby catching him with the loot in his pocket and just takes him out, making sure that he does not secure anything when it comes to the security of the round.
That was just a tad bit unfortunate for Keshi to just pick up the spike at the wrong time. You know, he was looking down, not able to get his crosshair at an angle.
Yeah, he tried to get the bomb by pressing the button and not walking over it, because if he walked over, he would have been spotted.
Yeah,
so.
he would have been spotted. Yeah. That's, you know, this is the kind of gameplay that makes tactics a bit more important in Valorant, because there's a lot of times where things like that actually do happen. Not just in, you know, clutch rounds or 1v3 stuff like that, but even in 5v5s, complete team ups. There's some moments where small mishaps.
Information is very important.
Yeah, information is key to winning.
And the tiniest like misstep is, like, if he even tried to step over that and made a singular footstep noise or anything, the tiniest thing could be used against you within Valorant.
Yeah.
So the fact that he even like thought about pressing the button to secure the spike is kind of a big thing, but unfortunately that was also his demise, because they peeked and he wasn't looking head level.
Yeah.
So he couldn't pull through with the kill.
And speaking of, you know, a misstep, I think this is the first time I've actually noticed this, but Valorant does have different sound cues for the agents.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they
especially when like Neon is sprinting, or, you know, different kinds of, you know, utilization and everything. Yeah.
Different agents. Yeah, even KO has a different footstep compared to Brim.
Has like
compared to
robotic
Breach.
footsteps and stuff like that.
Robotic footsteps.
Yeah.
That's what makes Valorant a bit more tactical in a sense.
Yeah.
The reload is just not quite there yet, but
I hear metallic footsteps.
Yeah, I hear metallic footsteps. it's like when you know these kind of stuff, it's like you're hacking at some point, because you know who is coming towards you or who is rotating, who's just run past you. But now we're back into our game, ladies and gentlemen. This is 6-9 in favor still of USJ-R, but Saythok and the gang waiting in the corner here. What a massacre, but KG!
What one buckshot.
One shot takes down two. Finally, the Bucky being useful in this game. USJ-R still has three people left alive, however. Keshi picks up a Bulldog already to his name. Is now ready for that long-range duel. Omar waiting for him.
Band in hand as well.
Keshi, take a peek, take a look, but Baby is waiting for him. We know the reaction skill, the reaction time of Baby. Tad bit too strong right here. 1v1 relay bolt will be used. Doesn't know Omar was waiting. Now they do. Omar. Oh, they have to play this bit more slower. And just like that, CEC will try to rotate.
They might get caught here towards mid. Sunoki's already waiting, a couple shots ringing out, but none of them connect. He connects a couple on Blurred, but it gets him. Blurry Face completely, unfortunately, missing his shots and not securing the kill, but gets taken out instead. Keshi planting the spike. Sunoki's already waiting towards Ark, and a nice firm shot to the temple. taking him out and securing the round for them. Double digits, first time within the game. USJ-R securing it nicely and confidently. A 4-round lead over CEC, and CEC is still just crumbling under the pressure.
This might be, you know, the tiebreaker, but look at this, man. Just absolutely insane exchange right there.
Yeah.
USJ-R had the upper hand by taking on the first two, but Keshi just
They got
says
3, did they not?
They got 3.
Yeah, on
yeah,
that
they
off
got
angle,
3.
they had 3, and then Keshi just took them both out.
Yeah.
Flicked them with a singular, with a singular
Say-
shotgun shell.
Say hello to my Bucky.
Say hello to
Boom.
my little friend.
Gets 2 right off the get-go, but here comes USJ-R. Still in that kind of offensive style of defense. I mean, you can see Omar pushing middle right here, gunning Blurryface out of the equation. But CEC with quick trades. Omar still alive, gets down Sinyaba. Trick as well, takes down DMB. Keshi in a 1v3, starts off with the first. Still very possible for Keshi right here. We've seen what he can do, but Baby is on the other end of that matchup. There it is, a quick peek, but 2 players looking at that angle.
I
And
don't think expected 2 of
USJ-R
them.
now at 11.
Nah, the thing about that, when Omar popped his overdrive, started sprinting again, he was getting shot from behind, but he just didn't care.
Yeah, he just tunnel vision
He tunnel
all
vision,
over.
just taking space, and he did exactly that. He killed 2. He ran straight towards window. He's still getting shot, and his character's slowing down, but he isn't. His goal is there. He has a set goal towards where he wants to go. He takes out the person towards window. Ult still up, secures the round with a nice little 3K. And moving into the next one, it's 11-6 with Dodgeman Bullet already taking a very early kill towards mid. Very nicely done from him, giving his team a nice little advantage early on into the round.
Trick still has Hunter's Fury available. If he just gets the Q from his team right here, this could be very, very beneficial for USJ-R. Gets the first one, DMB will go down. Not dead yet, will be utilized. Johnson, DMB, get 2. Blurryface as well. 4v1, and DMB cleans house with a 3K.
Very nicely done for the side of CEC. A couple of ultimates had to be used for a singular round win to come through, but despite all that, they still did do it. Very nicely done from them. The lockdown was used, and not dead yet was used, but it was very much worth it. DMB pushing through. Even if he died, he still got information. Popped the not dead yet right away, and then regained the kill that he had initially tried to get with the information that he got himself. He used himself as a little bit of a drone, per se.
I mean, a human drone.
It's a human drone that he used for himself. And with that, USJ is already pushing straight, and the Hunter's Fury as well being used. Keshi taken out for the quick low trade, and the Hunter's Fury throttling down, giving Baby a chance to back out.
Oh, quick kill from Baby right there. Switches to the shorty, just in case Keshi wants to take a gander. But that's not going to be quite the case. But DMB, once again, just absolutely staying away from any trouble, clearing these angles, allowing his team to progress and make their way all towards middle. DMB just waiting, still waiting, alongside Keshi. Will he spot Omar here? It's an off angle. Off angle, Omar has the advantage here. DMB gets spotted, and Trick will take him out. Almost a quick trade right there, but Omar quickly backs out. There is Nokia from behind, all the way in middle. Takes down 2, and USJ-R now in the penultimate round.
Sinokia, his from the shadow usages are just absolutely flawless. Some worth gets out of it, whether CEC likes it or not. Because last round we saw that wonderful play that he did with it. This round, not only did he clear B with that ultimate, but also he got a flank off even if they weren't on B. Because the comms definitely came through whenever they tried to push towards that middle area, the middle link. And he just, okay, since I'm already here, I might as well flank.
Yeah.
So nicely done. And ever since you mentioned, Baby with a clean kill.
Nasty.
Absolutely disgusting.
Baby just disrespecting the position advantage being gained. Oh,
That's the
gets
second
his
one.
second. Still has 3 blades to his Blade Storm available. He can do a lot of damage here if he decides to push. And that he does. Blurry Face, however, makes
Barely.
the spot known, but
Not
Joms
quite.
takes Baby out already. Blurry Face onto Omar, DMB onto Saythok. Now it's
USJR's
back to a
falling.
3v2 CEC with a man advantage.
Sinokia is right behind him, though. Do they know? USJ-R Trick in a very aggressive situation here. Let's one pass. The trigger discipline is spectacular. Here's another. He takes out one. Dodgeball bullet goes down. He takes out another. Jom goes down. And the third one as well. Blurry Face. A wonderful show of trigger discipline to secure the game for USJ-R. And just like that, the draw streak is broken. The first game under their belt. And add that with a very, very patient play. Nicely done for the side of USJ-R. Securing their game.
And all thanks to Trick, by the way, getting that 3K at the end of the game. The magician Trick.
That's his trick. His trick is trigger discipline.
Yeah. Oh,
very
Trick.
nicely done.
No, that's going to be Tricker's discipline.
Tricker's discipline.
Tricker's discipline right there.
I was so the patience you need for that. He was peaked, but he was peaked with a knife. And the animation of him pulling it out, Trick still managed to get the kill. He gets one, he gets a second on Jom on the site.
Yeah.
And then the third right away. That was so nicely done from Trick. Absolutely spectacular trigger discipline being practiced. Tricker discipline, absolutely amazing. And USJ-R secures the second game, securing the series, and has 3 more points under their belt, putting them at 6 and the second in their group.
And that's going to be extremely, extremely great news for USJ-R.
Absolutely.
Very, very comfortable spot already for their entire team as we head into the next stage of our tournament here at the Safi Esports League Season 4. USJ-R finally breaking the curse
Yep, they're
of
breaking the mold.
draws. And they break it at just the right time versus CEC, who did manage to put up a fight.
They put up a great fight.
Keshi and DMB,
Absolutely.
2 standout players from CEC, man.
Absolutely.
They just had those moves in them. But in the last round, it was just so it was a waste to not check that angle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
very, very much
they
a
had
waste.
such a good advantage within that, and unfortunately, it just fell through their fingertips.
Yeah. And, to give us a bit more info and insight about this game, ladies and gentlemen, let's pass it over to our host, Astera, for the post-game.
There we go. Thank you so much for that, Novadi and Zico. And here with me, of course, is our amazing MVP for Match 2. Ladies and gents, let's welcome Trick or Eli as they win Match 2. Now, Trick, hello. I gotta say, first and foremost, that win guaranteed you and your guys' slot for the play-ins. What new strategy helped you to clear the way?
Our strategy was to keep be coordinated, clear comms, and practice nga magbody-body and i-keep ang momentum.
Exactly. And of course, my next question for you. With this spot for the Jaguars, you guys are now guaranteed in the play-ins. What can we expect from you and your team as you compete with the other teams for the play-ins?
So among i-guarantee kay a more coordinated play, mga less nga ma-throw nga rounds, nang sakto nga body-body sa mga gunfights.
And of course, let's take a moment for shout-outs if you have any.
Shout out to my family and friends who's watching right now, to this team nga nakaboost akong momentum and for karang boosting my kon nga kaya and yes. I love everyone.
There you go. Thank you so much. Once again, that has been Trick. And again, your winners for Match 2 are the USJ-R Jaguars as they proceed for the play-ins. That being said, we'll be passing it again to our casters for MVP stats and highlights. Novadi and Zico, the stage is yours.
Absolutely, we are back, and we're gonna go through the little tidbits, the little numbers, the schematics, the statistics on what went down within that game.
Yeah,
Because a lot went down.
A lot went down, and we're
Absolute
heading on to the
war.
nitty-gritty. Before we do that, let's give it up for MVP. That's going to be Trick.
None other,
None
bro.
other, man. None other, man. I mean, both games, he was just absolutely on point
Yeah.
with his plays, the Tejo and then the Sova, and just overall, USJ-R just very, very lucky to have someone like Trick on their team.
He had a trick up his sleeve. What can I say? And he
I see you.
Yeah, he absolutely used it because 349 ACS. The last round that we saw that we'll definitely see in these highlights. Just all around spectacular from start to finish. That was the first round of the game and he's already getting collaterals with a ghost. Like, the tricks never end.
Yeah.
It's in the name.
He has a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Absolutely, it's in the name.
It's going to be even much more put on display as we head into the playoffs, or play-ins rather.
Because USJ-R's making it.
Yeah, USJ-R absolutely securing the second spot right now for their team. But the highlights of this game is not solely dominated by USJ-R because
CEC put up a good fight.
Yeah, they put up quite a good fight. Especially in the name of Keshi and DMB.
Yeah.
Really, really standout players.
And the whole rest
coming
of the team
out
is
from
supporting
CEC.
them too.
Yeah, the supporting cast were there too. And it just, CEC just needed a little bit more,
More gusto.
discipline. Yeah, a little bit more gusto, one might say. Especially during that last round. They weren't able to clear the corner. That was the costliest mistake for
absolutely.
CEC, one might say, during that round. But, throughout the entire half, the first half, they put USJ-R in such a position where they really, really had to give it their all. They really had to not back out of fights. They just had to take it one step at a time. And take a look at these statistics, ladies and gentlemen. We have Trick absolutely leading the pack. 27-11. That's like 2-point-something KDA for Trick. Yeah, and as an initiator as well, usually initiators
You're breaking
are in
the mold
back line.
of your role.
Yeah, breaking the mold of the role is kind of the right thing to say right there, ladies and gentlemen. But not to discount, you can see DMB and Keshi on the other hand.
DMB was doing wonders that game.
Yeah.
He was absolutely just taking heads all around, just removing Crondoliums with a nice firm shot to the head. But obviously Keshi right behind him, indubitably pulling his weight without a doubt. Really nicely done from him as well.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that has been an extremely, extremely close first half of both games. Absolutely. But in the second half, USJ-R just absolutely took it with them and just never lifted their foot off the pedal. They did snatch it in game number 2. Courtesy of Trick.
Absolutely.
We have to give credit where credit is due. And that's going to be Trick.
MVP of both games,
MVP
by the
of
way.
both games, yeah. Trick, ladies and gentlemen. But right now, let's head it off to our... we still have a lot more in store for all of you viewers watching. Stay tuned. Yeah, next game is going to be UP Cebu versus the University of San Carlos. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. This has been Novadi and...
I have been Zico. Thank you guys for tuning into our game, but stay tuned for the next one.
You keep on running around with other women in town. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I keep on telling you when you don't come home from that town. I've had enough on running around with other women in town. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I keep on telling you well. You don't come home from my town. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. keep on running around with other women in town. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I keep on telling you well, you don't come home from nights out. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I've had keep on running around with other women in town. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I keep on telling you it. You don't come home from nights out. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I've had enough of these games. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I've had enough of these games. You keep on running around with other women in town. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I keep on telling you it. You don't come home from nights out. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I've had enough of these games. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. Uno, dos, tres. Uno, dos, tres. Uno, dos, tres.